Good evening and welcome to the 12th edition of Laadli Media and Advertising Awards for Gender Sensitivity Regional Edition. I am Rajeshwari Kalyanam, journalist, podcaster, learning to be a fact checker, and an entrepreneur with FridayWall.com. And today, your MC for this prestigious event. Thank you so much, Laadli Media, for the opportunity. Before we commence, may I request everyone to please keep their phones on silent mode or switched off. And if you're worried that Elon Musk will again tweet and you'll miss it, then keep your phones on, but please keep your phones on silent mode. It's phenomenal to see this auditorium filled with such talent and passion and zeal to make a change. And each one of you here today has contributed towards the steady change. So without much further ado, let's commence the evening with a captivating curtain raiser by the Laadli team. Let's have the lady, please.
When a girl child is an equal citizen, she has the right to equal opportunities. She has a right to live. If the girl child has the right to live, she has the right to equal opportunities, equal education, an equal life throughout her life. Till then, there is work to be done.
It is a one-of-a-kind award for media sensitivity.
Through 2 decades of Population First and 11 editions of LMAAGS, we are seeing this change strengthen. But we have miles to go on this path of change towards equality.
And friends, I'm absolutely impressed by Population First. And I was reading one of their sentences which says, every communication that goes into the public domain should be gender sensitive. Kya baat hai? Ameen. Ameen.
You can always say, I did something for women. I educated so many more women. I set up a shelter, etc., etc. But when you bring in sensitivity, then you bring about real change. Because all of us have seen more sensitivity come in, but we are far from perfect.
Over 11,000 plus entries over 11 editions. 14 languages. Nearly 1,250 awardees. 52 fellowships. Some positive changes, indeed.
Extremely special because it's the most relevant award, I think, to what I've done. Gender sensitivity needs to be recognized in regular life, in daily spaces, in workplaces, in at home, and how we treat women and how we talk to them, because it's the small stuff that can actually damage a woman's self-worth, her feelings, confidence, and above all, her identity as a woman.
But we have miles to go on this path of change towards equality. Championing equal opportunity by celebrating gender sensitivity. www.populationfirst.org.
That was beautiful. Let's have a huge round of applause, not just for Laadli Media and Population First, but also to all of us here, to all of you who have not just been gender sensitive in your articles, but you have been with good journalism, with commitment and courage. Now, to add more melody to the evening, we have the MANUU Tarana, penned by none other than Gulzar Sahib, composed by Vishal Bharadwaj, and sung by the beloved Sukhvinder Singh. Let's have the Tarana, please.
ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू, ये जामिया है जबान उर्दू का आशिया है जबान उर्दू का आशिया है ये जामिया जबान उर्दू ये जामिया जबान उर्दू कलाम ये इल्म का शहर घर है मेरा मेरा मदरसा मेरा वतन है तालीम का मौसम है तहजीब की फसलें हैं हम रोशनी करते हैं सूरज की नस्लें हैं उर्दू की उड़े खुशबू ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू जो दाना गुजरे थे इस ज़मीन से जो दाना गुजरे थे इस ज़मीन से वो इल्म के बीज बो गए हैं बड़े हुए जब पौधे पड़ के हमारे कद ऊंचे हो गए हैं हम चांद की पेशानी जब छू के निकलते कायनात में है पाँव और मार्स पे चलते हैं उर्दू की उड़े खुशबू जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू ये जामिया है ज़बान ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू का आशिया है ये जामिया है ज़बान उर्दू
Wasn't that absolutely wonderful? In fact, the beautiful campus of MANUU represents Hyderabad, and to everyone who's not from here and who've traveled all the way from all over India to Hyderabad, welcome to one and all to this city of food, history, culture, and of course, Urdu and many other languages, and some legendary people and legendary revolutions. And here we have some legends, one of whom we are going to kind of felicitate, of course, with the Lifetime Achievement Award. And also, I would like to tell you that Hyderabad is one of the most happening cities. And today, for some reason, it's happening more than it should. So we are missing a few of our guests. So excuse us for that. And let's get on with the rest of the event. The team at Population First is ecstatic to have the Laadli Media Awards back as on-ground celebration after more than 2 years of uncertain times and digital events. And in spite of all the challenges, they have managed to keep up their spirits intact to continue with their commitments and pursue their dreams. Supported by UNFPA and the Royal Norwegian Embassy in India, these awards are a part of comprehensive bouquet of the Laadli Media Advocacy Initiatives, which focuses on promoting gender sensitivity in media in order to build a gender-just society. Immense gratitude to UNFPA and the Norwegian Embassy for their support every year in making this happen. Huge thanks to collaborating agency Maulana, Azad, National Urdu University, Instructional Media Center at MANUU, and the Center for Women's Studies MANUU, especially Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Syed Ainul Hassan, Professor Shahida Murtaza, and Mr. Rizwan Ahmed for their support. We are happy to have HSBC join associate partners and Cottage Wellness as our gift sponsor and IOB as our event sponsor. And now, let's celebrate the spirit of being a woman with this inaugural dance by the little kids at Aman Vedika Rainbow Homes. Aman Vedika is a non-profit service society working with an aim to build a peaceful, just and humane community in collaboration with the government and civil society organizations. They do this with a focus on welfare and protection of children, women, and shelterless people. Let's welcome these tiny tots with a huge round of applause for the inaugural dance of this evening. Can I have the kids here for the dance, please?
be a world where we all live, safe and free from all oppression. No more rape or incest or abuse. Women are not a possession. You never own me, don't even know me. I'm not invisible, I'm simply wonderful. I feel my heart for the first time racing. I feel alive, I feel so amazing. That's how I love, that's how I dream. That's how I breathe. That's how pain. That's turning upside down. It's time to break the chain. Oh yeah, break the chain. In the middle of this madness, we will stand. I know there is a better world. Sisters and your brothers by the hand. Reach out to every woman and girl. This is my body's holy. No more excuses, no more abuses. We are mothers, we are teachers, we are beautiful, beautiful creatures. That's cause I love, that's cause I dream, that's cause I've had enough. That's stop the scream, that's break the rules, that's stop the pain, that's turn it upside down. It's time to break the chain. Oh yeah, break the chain. Oh yeah, break the chain. This is my body's holy. No more excuses, no more abuses. We are mothers, we are teachers, we are beautiful, beautiful creatures. That's cause I love, that's cause I breathe, that's cause I've had enough. That's stop the scream, that's break the rules, that's stop the pain, that's turn it upside down. It's time to break the chain. Oh yeah, break the chain. Oh yeah, break the chain. That's cause I love, that's cause I dream, that's cause I've had enough. That's stop the scream, that's break the rules, that's stop the pain, that's turn it upside down. It's time to break the chain. Oh yeah, break the chain. Oh yeah, break the chain. Oh, 1 billion.
Amazing. Indeed, it's time we break free from the chains. And this dance has set the tone for the evening. Let's warmly welcome our esteemed guests for the evening with a round of applause. Special guest of honor, Deputy Representative UNFPA India, Mr. Sriram Haridas.
We are from Aman Vedika, Rainbow Homes, Meritari. Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry I took over the stage before they finished. Well, I request Mr. Sriram Haridas to come onto the stage, please. Honorable MANUU Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Ainul Hassan Sahab. Can you please come on stage, please? We have some stellar personalities from various fields joining us today. I welcome all our guests of honor, British Deputy High Commissioner Gareth Van Owen. Kindly come to the stage, sir. It's a great pleasure to welcome you here. Mr. Srinivas, sir, can you please come onto the stage, Mr. Srinivas? Srinivas Garu. Ms. Sunita Krishnan, please It gives great pleasure to welcome such great people. As I said, we have a lot of legends in Hyderabad whom I wish we spoke more often about. Ranjay Kumar Mishra, Mr. Ranjay Kumar Mishra ji, can you please come onto the stage, please? Madam Kalpana Kannabiran, ma'am, can you please come onto the stage, please? Miss Corina Suarez, Amar Ali Khan, Saab. I'm so sorry, I can't see from here, so I'm just being a little. Mr. Shakil Ahmed, Mr. Ravikant Reddy, we are elated to have all of you at this stage, sir. Thank you, and ma'am, thank you for sparing your valuable time to grace our event. Now, I would like to warmly welcome the Director of Population First, Dr. A.L. Sharada, a staunch supporter of gender equality, to share her thoughts and welcome our esteemed guests. Thank you so much.
Yeah, could you please take your seats? A very good evening, and after watching the dance of Aman Vedika children, I'm really confessing to you, even I feel like dancing. Thank you so much, Aman Vedika, for that beautiful inaugural dance and for lighting those lamps of hope. Okay. Really, words fail me to express how happy I am to be addressing you all today in person after being confined to online interactions for almost 2.5 years. The pleasure of hugging somebody, smiling at somebody, looking into the eyes of someone is, I realized how valuable it is. And however, there is a tinge of disappointment as our executive trustee. The force behind Population First, Mr. Sista, is not able to attend the event due to health reasons. Um, Today we are having a very unique event because we don't have a chief guest. So, all of you are our chief guests, and each one of you is valuable to us because your support, your kindness, your magnanimity, your generosity, your understanding, all that matters to us a lot. And that is what keeps Laadli going. And I'm thankful to each and every one of you in the hall for coming and joining us in celebrating the first of on-ground Laadli Media Awards event. Thank you so much. For most of you, Laadli needs no introduction. You are repeat winners. You have heard about us. You have been part of our jury process. You've been part of our activities. Still, I would like to share a little about it for those who are not familiar with it. Laadli started as a girl child campaign in 2005 to address the issue of falling sex ratios. However, having realized the fact that son preference and daughter aversions have the underpinnings of social norms and mindsets that undervalue women and girls, we have embarked on an ambitious project of working with media to address the internalized biases and prejudices in the media, which color their reporting, and also use the immense potential and power of media as a change maker. Laadli's advocacy programs involve working closely with journalists, scriptwriters, advertising professionals throughout the year through workshops, fellowships, various reward mechanisms like Laadli Media Awards, National Creative Excellence Awards, etc. Reviewing advertisements, television serials, and films from a gender perspective, conducting collaboration with media regulatory bodies and research on reporting on gender issues in an effort to usher in a change that we strongly believe in, that is to make society that is no longer divided into gender lines. This year, a total of 993 entries were received, making a 14% rise in the application, with North registering the highest number. The entries were sent from across the nation in 13 languages. A total of 30 jury meetings were conducted to identify the winners. 56 prominent personalities from various walks of life, including academics, media, journalism, social activists, change makers, business strategists, authors, and more from across the country and from overseas, made up the jury panels. We are indebted to them for their unstinting support. A total of 76 journalists are being presented with the Laadli Media Advertising Awards today. We warmly welcome them to the happening city of Hyderabad and the beautiful campus of MANUU. "35 journalists were selected for jury appreciation certificates, and congratulate all of them and hope they join the winners list in the next edition. It's really heartening to note that jury is sometimes totally divided, and they are at they're very unhappy giving one award in one category. They would like to give more awards, and so they give jury appreciation certificates because we have only one award in each category. UNFPA has been supporting us since 2005, and since 2017 we are having Norwegian Embassy also supporting us. Today we have with us Sri Ram Haridas, who is the Deputy Country Rep, and Pinky, the Communication Head of UNFPA with us. And I warmly welcome both of you. And we are fortunate to have a great lineup of guests of honor who are supporting the cause through their presence at this event. And I welcome the British Deputy High Commissioner Gareth Wynne Owen, Professor Faizan Mustafa Sahab, K. Srinivas Garu, Sunita Krishnan, Kalpana Kanabhiran, Corina Suels, Amir Ali Khan Saab, and Amir Ali Khan Saab. We are honored to present the Laadli Lifetime Achievement Award to Sharda Srinivasan Garu. Personally, it means a lot to me that she had accepted the award. I am an ardent fan of hers, and so many of my childhood memories are associated with her voice. So welcome, Sharda Gaya. I welcome Lata Garu from Cottage Wellness, and who is our gift sponsor, and she's a good friend and also a women entrepreneur who's doing a lot in the area of organic and natural promotion of organic and natural products. The event would not have been possible without the support of Shahida and Rizwan from MANUU. I welcome and thank the Vice Chancellor of MANUU, Professor Syed Ainul Hassan, for making this collaboration possible. Thank you, sir. So let me not take any more time, and let's go ahead with the awards function. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharda, for sharing your insightful journey with these awards since their inception. I would like to warmly welcome Mr. Sriram Haridas again, formerly the Deputy Country Representative of UNFPA India, who brings with him over 18 years of experience in strategic planning and programming in both development and humanitarian contexts. Prior to joining UNFPA India, he served in UNFPA Sierra Leone, and before that, Mr. Haridas spent nearly 9 years with UNHCR in Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, and South Sudan. It is a pleasure to have you amidst us today, Mr. Haridas. We request you to please come onto the stage and kindly share a few words.
dear esteemed dignitaries, journalists, storytellers, students, ladies and gentlemen, very good evening to all of you. Like Shraddha mentioned, it's going to be a very tough act to follow after that performance by the children. So I don't want to bore you all. So I'll try to keep my speech brief. But before I start, let me tell you what a privilege it is for me to be here amidst this very inspiring audience. Today afternoon, I also had the privilege of interacting with most of the journalists and storytellers who have won the Laadli Awards. And it was such an inspiring occasion for me to listen to their stories, their journeys. So that was really inspiring. Let me also take a minute to congratulate Dr. Shraddha and her team for their steadfast commitment in ensuring that gender perspectives are reflected in media and communication. Like you heard, UNFPA has been partnering with Population First for 12 years, recently also together with the support of Norwegian Embassy as well. I did briefly mention that Population First is committed in ensuring gender perspectives are reflected in the media and communication. So what do we mean by that? What do I mean when I say that gender perspectives are reflected in media and communication? Does it mean that more and more women-centric stories appear in media? Does it mean that there is equal representation of men and women in media? Of course, these things matter, but it goes beyond that. Let me try to simplify it a bit. It actually means that each story has to be analyzed from the point of view of the impact it has on men and boys versus girls and women. Because let's face it, be it any issue, say business, politics, education, health, a disaster, COVID-19 pandemic, all of them, each and every single issue, it affects girls and women differently compared to men and boys. Take, for example, a disaster situation. Just imagine there's a flood. A village has been evacuated. They are moved into camps. A young girl who's menstruating or women that are pregnant and or lactating, their needs are completely different to adolescent boys and men. So these nuances and these differences need to be brought out in the stories. And I'm really happy to note that the journalists and storytellers who are here today, they have managed to do that successfully. And it takes real courage and real effort. During the interaction today, we also heard how some of them had got a bit of pushback from their editors. Every time they try to do a story, trying to bring out these gender issues or looking at stories through gender lens, but they did not give up. They had actually pushed the envelope and managed to get these stories together. So while I take a minute to congratulate them, I would also like to thank them for their tireless effort in making sure, despite the odds, that they managed to bring out these stories in the mainstream media. So let's give them a warm round of applause. I would like to take a moment here to quote the 2020 Global Media Monitoring Report. The report, when I was going through, it actually shows that there's gross underreporting of women-oriented news or news reported within a gender lens. But one of the statistics which really worried me was the overall percentage of women in news as subjects or as sources dropped down from 21% in 2015 to 14% in 2020 across print, TV, and radio. This is really something all of us should be worried about. It's almost like the workforce participation of women in India, which is also going down. Notably, in these media forms, women, even when they figured as subjects or sources, it's mainly when it came to cinema or Bollywood or serial. But subjects that matter, like or which really have the influence, like politics or business, they are even more underrepresented. And this is something which is really worrying, and this trend needs to change. Similarly, when I was going through the report, it also revealed that women were likely to be called in as experts or spokesperson only in 8% of the stories. It's normally men who are considered as experts. And this also needs to change. But this data kind of shows that there is some sort of inherent sexism in the media. And I was talking about the same thing with the winners of Laadli Award in the afternoon as well. Of course, there is sexism in almost all the sectors. Like you take the business sector, for example, you have more male CEOs compared to females. You take sports, you take politics, there is gross underrepresentation of women. I am from UNFPA, from the UN agency. Gender equality is center of all what we do. But even in the UN, although in the recent years there has been a real push to achieve gender parity, not all UN organizations have achieved that. There has also been a strong call, as many of you know, that the Secretary General should be a female Secretary General. But so far we have not achieved it. Hopefully the next one would be a female Secretary General. Let's fingers crossed. So there is still, even in the UN, there's a long way to go. But for me, media is very special because they have a lot of power. They actually influence how the society thinks. They actually shape the societal, gender, and social norms. So that power, they wield enormous influence over the society, how we think, act. And I'm seeing that in my daughters as well. I'm the father of 2 adolescent girls. And I see how their thinking is being shaped by what they consume, what they see on TV, what they read. And sometimes I do worry as a father, the messages they consume. So in a scenario like that, it's such a breath of fresh air listening to the journalists today afternoon, the type and range of stories they have put together. Just to quote some of those stories, the stories range from how the difficulties the migrant women face, how the women who are doing well in STEM, how coercive family planning methods and the impact that they have on women, some of the harmful practices. Women and girls working in tea gardens. There was another story which was very close to my heart about a lady who had multiple miscarriages and who did not have access to proper and quality healthcare. So the stories kind of range, and it was really sometimes a bit sad, sometimes inspiring, sometimes thought-provoking, and that's what we need from these journalists. They are really doing a great job of pushing the envelope and trying to bring gender equality in the society. One other area I am kind of really concerned in the recent time is that how women are being portrayed in the media. If you see the mainstream media, be it print, radio, TV, Bollywood, and now in social media, we find a lot of stereotypes and behavior types, and those are being kind of reinforced and perpetuated. Women are often portrayed in caregiver roles, in domestic care. We hardly find stories which they portray them in leadership positions, and often they are portrayed as dependent on men or sometimes as sex objects, unfortunately. And this needs to change, and this is where journalists and storytellers play a much bigger role in changing this narrative in the media. But however, listening to the journalists today, I can say with confidence that all is not lost. There is hope. The stories they have put together, the stories that have won award are a good example of those. But another good example is how the advertising world is reacting. There have been some really great advertisements that have come in the recent times that are flipping the gender narrative. I remember watching the Raymond ad where the father is staying at home looking after the child while the mother goes to an important meeting. All of us would remember this Cadbury ad, which I loved, which kind of flipped the narrative of a boyfriend or a husband cheering the female cricketer. So a lot of the things are coming like this, and I hope this trend continues and the narrative continues to change. So before I conclude, my appeal to you would be to keep up the good work, continue your good work. Do not be put off by the obstacles or sometimes the pushback you get from your media houses and editors. To all leaders of the media that are present here today, I would like to call upon you to, number one, promote equality within the work environment. Two, ensure equality is promoted in the representation of women in communication. And number three, advocate for increased coverage and space for women-centric stories. And number four, most importantly for me, when you see your fellow journalists or fellow colleagues not doing or doing stories not through a gender lens, please work with them, please educate them, please inform them. That is more important. And that's how you can really bring about a change. So once again, it has been a real honor to be part of today's event, and good luck. All of you have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those wonderful words. I request you to stay on stage to give away the first set of awards. The moment we're waiting for, I would request Ms. Shada ma'am to join the stage. Well, indeed, the GMMP report has been quite disheartening. I had the privilege of working on it, so I kind of saw what it meant, and hopefully something great happens with the amazing journalists here. So now we begin So let's begin the celebration of incredible journalists, writers, and communicators. We begin with the southern region. This year in the southern region, we have 14 winners in Telugu, Malayalam, Tamil, Kannada, Hindi, and English languages from 3 media: print, electronic, web, and 8 categories: articles, blogs, editorial, e-magazine, feature, investigative story, news story, and op-ed. I just would like to add a disclaimer here that despite watching KGFs and Kantaras, under Tamil and Malayalam films, my language is still bad. Any slip-ups, kindly pardon me. Yeah, I request Sharda ma'am and Mr. Sriram Haridas to present the first set of awards for the southern region and the web category. Sorry. The award for the print column in Kannada is presented to Mary Joseph for Karya Hennu Magalu Preeti Vishaddalli Ekangiye in Vijay Karnataka for taking a hard look at how deep-seated color biases and emphasizing the need to be more gender, color, and race sensitive when putting communications material in the public domain. The award for print feature series in Telugu is presented to Venkatesh Karusala for Lockdown Mariyu Corona from Andhra Jyoti for depicting the contributions of women volunteers who cremated victims of COVID-19, irrespective of their religion, of the transgender doctors and nurses, even though they have been stigmatized by the society. Congratulations, Venkatesh. That's all for the Southern print category. Now we move on to the Southern web category. The award for web campaign in English is presented to 101reporters.com, rukmabai.101reporters.com for a compendium of 9 entries that are an extremely relevant body of work as they explore the contribution of women in the fields of science, research, and agriculture. I invite the team members to please come and take the award for the best web campaign in English, Southern Web. The award for the web feature in English is presented to Nivedita Ramesh for Dear Mom, it's me writing this cause. I do not want to become you. How very familiar it sounds. Women'sweb.in for an honest and touching letter to her mother reflects the internal explorations of a young successful woman embarking on a new journey as a first-time mother. Congratulations, Nivedita. The next award for the web feature in English is presented to Sukanya Shaji for Youth Stalks and Murders. Female classmate in Kerala, 2 women owe this their life choices. in feminismindia.com for effectively using the recent case of heinous crime in Kerala to dissect society's patriarchal mindset through the years as evidenced by crimes against women. Keep the applause coming. Thank you so much, dear friends. That means a lot, we all know. The award for Web Podcast English is presented to Nirupama V and Sadhna Chaturvedula for Hello Hallyu, the swaddle.com as they delve into the history of Hallyu. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, and explore how Korean wave captivated Indian fans and forever changed our ideas of gender, fashion, beauty, and romance from Manipur to Madurai. Congratulations, Nirupama and Sadhna. May we have the audio, please, for this?
This is what K-pop and K-drama have been using, right? Especially K-dramas, if you see the ones like Boys Over Flowers.
This is a podcast, so you hear the audio.
Flower Boy Ramen Shop, they have it in their titles. But even the others which don't explicitly talk about it, they use this concept throughout their dramas.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a trend in K-pop too. And what's interesting is that, you not only have this soft masculinity, this flower boy thing that we're talking about, there's also something called beast masculinity.
Amazing. The award for Web Report in English is presented to Jisha Surya. How Kerala is a long way off in gender affirmative healthcare for trans persons in behanbox.com for a unique examination of problems faced by transgender people while seeking sex reassignment surgeries and other related medical assistant exposes the myriad unethical practices that abound in this area. Congratulations, Jisha Surya. For the next set of awards, I'd like to read 2 lines of a share, if you permit. तेरे माथे में ये जो आंचल बहुत ही खूब है, लेकिन तू इस आंचल से एक परचम बना देती तो अच्छा था. This is the next set of awards, friends, is based on the stories of such women who have actually been flag bearers. The award for web video feature in English is presented to Amulya B for Devadasi Women Wins Panchayat Election in Deccan Herald's YouTube channel for a powerful portrayal of women's empowerment in backward rural India and creates hope for oppressed women from marginalized communities. Can we have the AV, please?
The northern part of Karnataka, a quiet revolution is underway. Devadasi women are speaking up. They mostly are Malidas, the most oppressed group among the Dalits. Today, they have found the power of protest. And through this, they are demanding their rights due to them. Akama is part of that revolution.
Congratulations, Amulya. It's an amazing story. The award for Web Social Media Campaign in Telugu is presented to Surekha Aburi for Aksharalu Rakapoina Tama Cheti Vantane Jeevanadharanga Marchukunna Untari Mailala Kade Lukhma on BBC Telugu for capturing exemplary and transformative work by Lukhma, a social livelihood enterprise run as a commercial cloud kitchen that supports women from disadvantaged and marginalized backgrounds in establishing their food businesses. Can we have the AV, please?
తమ పిల్లలతో జీవితంలో ఒంటరి పోరాటం చేస్తున్న 20 మంది మహిళలకు కొత్త జీవితం అందించింది లుక్మా. ఉర్దూ పదం లుక్మాకు అర్థం ఒక మజా అని. ఈ వంటిల్లో 2 ఏళ్ల క్రితం హైదరాబాద్ లో సఫా.
Congratulations, Surekha, an amazing group of women. You could probably order your food from there when you're in Hyderabad. They make some amazing Hyderabadi khana. Congratulations again, Surekha. And with this we come to the end of the first category of awards. From the milieu of stellar writing received, various jury panels identified several entries that they felt are noteworthy for jury appreciation citations. The jury appreciation citation for web in Telugu is presented to Sandhya Rani Talla for Konni Udyogalu Magavallu Matrame Cheyagallara Kadu Memu Saitamani Nirupinchina Mahila Kadhe Dheera in TV9 Telugu as she follows the history-making trajectory of Telangana's first lines woman. This electronic special report follows her during a typical day and documents her work as a line person, including the effortless way with which she climbs high poles to mend electrical wires. It effectively brings the viewer face to face with her struggles to reach where she has. Can we have the AV, please?
ఉదయాన్నే కసరత్తులు ఆ తర్వాత ఇంట్లో తాడుతో ప్రాక్టీస్ ఆపై కరెంటు పోల్ ఎక్కడం ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇంత పట్టుబట్టి సాధన చేసింది కాబట్టి సర్కార్ పొలం కొట్టేసింది శిరీష. తెలంగాణ తొలి లైన్ విమెన్ గా నిలిచింది. 10 మందిలో ఒకరిలా కాకుండా తనకంటూ ప్రత్యేక గుర్తింపు తెచ్చుకోవాలని కోరుకుంది సిద్దిపేట జిల్లా గణేశపల్లికి చెందిన బబ్బూరి శిరీష.
That's an amazing story there. Congratulations again, Sandhya. Mr. Sriram Haridas sir, thank you so much for being on stage and encouraging us with your words and of course the awards. And Sharda ma'am, I request you to please present a token of appreciation to Mr. Haridas. This hamper is sponsored by Cottage Wellness, an enterprise driven by Srimati Lata Bongarala and family to promote natural and organic products. It also contains a small memento from the team at Laadli. Can we have the memento here? This is a great hamper, so I think it is worth its weight, sir. Meanwhile, I would like to say something. Did you know that Kaifi Azmi belongs to Hyderabad in a certain way? Well, you think it's far-fetched, it's not as far-fetched as a certain PM being an Indian. Well, Kaifi Azmi Sahab had married Shaukat Azmi, from Hyderabad, and he used to come here for progressive poets meetings, and he met Shaukat Azmi. He married Shaukat Azmi, and there's these two wonderful lines from his share that Aurat that I have written down. I think now is an opportunity to read it. जहर ही जहर है दुनिया की हवा तेरे लिए, रुत बदल डाल अगर फूलना फलना है तुझे, उठ मेरी जान मेरे साथ ही चलना है तुझे. This is from his great poem Aurat. I didn't write many lines because there's a great lineup of awards. Had I known there was time, I would have. We have many other poets from Hyderabad, which I wish any other opportunity. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us.
Maybe you have many mementos.
See you again. Yeah. Now for the next set of awards. We are very fortunate to have amongst us Sunita Krishnan, an Indian social activist and chief functionary and co-founder of Prajwala, a non-governmental organization that rescues, rehabilitates and reintegrates sex trafficked victims into the society. She was awarded the Padma Shri in 2016. The pride of Hyderabad, Sunita Krishnan, kindly welcome her to the stage with your applause. The award for print article in English is presented to Shashikala VP and Mayank Jain for Unsafe at Home and Outside, a conundrum of women's safety in the capital in the Patriot, as they take a hard look at the increasing incidence of crime against women and children in the national capital. They document cases from rapes and domestic violence to abduction and trafficking and note the meager state protection and ineffective machinery. These are the awards from the North region. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Shashank and Mayank Jain. Shashikala and Mayank Jain, sorry. The award for print feature in English is presented to Biswajit Banerjee for Harvest of Hope in the Pioneer, as he follows the story of Phula Devi and her band of rebels who chose to stay back in their village and eke out a living by batohi or sharecropping. They had returned from Vapi with nothing to their name following the lockdown. Congratulations for the award, Mr. Biswajit Banerjee. The award for print news report in English is presented to Hirra Azmat for Cold Deserts Cancer Crusader in Free Press Kashmir. She is not here now. This award is for evocatively sketching the impact of his mother's cervical cancer on the Ladakh-born Dr. Nordan. He chose to give up his position at Puducherry Medical Facility and return to his village to serve many other battling with the condition. Through this narrative, she explores the dismal awareness of the condition amongst the women of his native village. The next award goes to the award for print for consistent writing on gender issues Hindi. It's presented to Jahid Khan. His stories bring to the readers diverse montages of societal inequities, from questioning patriarchal mindsets to raising awareness about hardships faced by women, sugarcane farmers, and child marriages. He's been advocating vociferously for equal opportunities for girls and women. Congratulations, sir, Mr. Jahid Khan. The next award for print news report in Hindi is presented to Parikshit Nirbhay, who is also unfortunately not here. It's for the Delhi Ko Nahi Bhai GPI Khisak Kar Niche Aa Gayi in Amar Ujala for revealing the disparities in vaccinated women and men in Delhi. He points out that UNESCO issued gender parity index according to which the national capital stands last in the rankings. He also interviews representatives of the medical fraternity to understand the trends. The next award, again, unfortunately, we do not have Parikshit Nirbhay. The award for print special edition in Hindi is presented to Parikshit Nirbhay for 21, right? 21 में शादी पढ़ेंगी बढ़ेंगी और आसमान चूमेंगी बेटियां in Amar Ujala for his detailed scrutiny of proposed shift in the minimum legal age of the marriage of girls, cites numerous examples of girls who were married off early to establish the many benefits of this move. He lists the perils of child and early marriages which rob the girl of many opportunities. The next award is presented to Prashant Pratyush. The award for print feature in Hindi is presented to him. Zabardasti Chhu Leta Hai Koi, Prabhat Khabar Surbhi, as he explores the all-pervasive deplorable acts of teasing and its impact on the sense of safety, self-esteem, and mobility of women. This is a well-researched article and is replete with data incidences that demonstrate the extent of this attack on women of all ages. Congratulations, Prashant. The award for print feature in Urdu is presented to Shazia Chaudhary of Gujjar Bhakarwal Khawateen Mein Hifzan-e Sehat Ke Masail in Kashmir-e-Uzma. For her thought-provoking piece identifies the hardships faced by the women of the migratory Gujjar Bakarwal community because of the inadequate healthcare access. She critically examines the existing government policies, points to the lacunae, and outlines the remedial action needed to assuage their appalling conditions. Well, those were some amazing stories. May I request Dr. Shada to present Sunita Krishnan Garu a small token of our appreciation. And I would like to ask if it's possible for Mr. Sunita Krishnan to stay a little longer to give away the awards for the next set of. I take this opportunity to also ask Smita Krishnan to say a couple of words.
Namaskar, a very good evening to all of you all. Honor and pleasure to be here. I'm a human rights activist at the core of my being, and I understand the power of media, both electronic and print. I'm also a film producer, so I understand the efforts that goes into making a story. I congratulate all the winners in this age and times when we are camouflaged with information through all sources. Everybody is a journalist today. All that you need to have is a Twitter handle, a mobile, or you're on the social media, you can be a journalist. In that space, you're making a difference by changing the mindsets through your writing, through what you bring out through your visual camera. So many, many congratulations. It is not like old times when the challenges were few. Today, the challenges are against fake information, fake news, all kinds of misinformation. You remain a beacon of hope. Each one of you all out there who are the winners and who have not even won but have been part of this whole process are winners in this whole thing. I also want to congratulate the Laadli Media Awards again for human beings like Dolly Ji, who have been associated with the Laadli Media Awards for years together, Sharda Ji and the entire team for doing what you're doing, because in today we need groups like this to keep the light of truth, light of sensitivity, light of moral conscience high. Thank you so much.
Let's move on to our next category of web documentaries, podcasts, video features, and electronic entries from the Northern region. And for this, we request the Honorable British High Commissioner, Mr. Gareth Wynne Owen, to please come onto the stage and join Ms. Sharada on the dais to present the awards for this segment. Mr. Gareth has worked in Russia, Armenia, Iran, and Azerbaijan for the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office prior to this. He has the expertise in a number of areas, including building science and tech, innovation partnerships, strengthening commercial collaborations, working to tackle climate change, and supporting economic development to reduce poverty. We go on to the awards. The award for the web documentary in English is presented for Natasha Badwar, Pins and Needles, Laboring Bodies in the Gurgaon Garment Industry on Vimeo.com, for presenting a well-researched view of the lives of rural women who migrate to work in the Gurgaon garment industry. They are discriminated against and have to fend for themselves and their families, and are not organized enough to protest, leaving them at the mercy of the exploitative employers. May I request for the AV, please?
ले जाना है ड्यूटी पर सबको ले जाओ, लड़की के ले जाओ, बुढ़िया के ले जाओ, सब काम करते हैं। मैं सुपरवाइजर सही से कराऊंगी तो मैं रखूंगी, उसके से मैं प्यार करेगी तो रखूंगी, ना तो नहीं रखूंगी। निकल दिया, मैं कौन प्यार करेगा? ये कौन मतलब हुआ? मैं काम करने आई हूँ कि मैं ये गलत काम करने आई हूँ? तो ठेकेदार जो है बहुत चोर है। लेडीज सब काम करवा लेता है, ठेकेदार सब अब पैसा देने टाइम में वो अपने भाग जाता है। अब लेडीज खोजते रहती है, ठेकेदार मिलता है? नहीं मिलता।
Wow, that's a brilliant story. Congratulations, Natasha. The award for web podcast in English is presented to Menaka Rao for a change in the abortion law puts women at the mercy of doctors again on sunoindia.in. As she speaks to Deepika Jain from Jindal Global Law School to get an understanding of the medical termination of pregnancy bill, now a law. Apart from the highlighting the merits and shortfalls of the provisions, the conversation looks at the parliamentary debate on the issue to assess how much it addresses the inherent bias and stigma that compel women to unsafe options. Menaka Rao, can you please come onto the stage to receive the award? You are? Yeah, may I know your name? Surya Thakur. Yeah, So Menaka could not come, so her teammate is accepting the award. But here are the applause for Menaka for an important podcast. The award for electronic feature in Hindi is presented to. Oh, she's not executed. I'm so sorry. A word of commendation to the team of Laadli Media and Population First. There are a few people here and they've been working from the morning, so I think a few misses here and there are allowed. Can we have the next one? Thank you so much for waiting. Can we have a round of applause for Menaka Rao? The next award for electronic feature in Hindi is presented to Shilpi Sen for Gaon ki Aadhi Abadi is window se dekh rahi apna taron bhara bhavish. On Good News Today for her presentation on girls from a village school near Lucknow, showcases the potential of imparting computer literacy in fueling growth that will open windows to a new opportunity for girls and women. She finds in her conversations that the girls are not just brimming with ideas but have newfound confidence to fulfill their dreams. May I request for the AV, please?
कंप्यूटर में आप नहीं पढ़ना भी जानते हो तभी आप कंप्यूटर चला सकते हो और पढ़ाना भी जानते हो, अपने बच्चों को भी पढ़ा दोगे। और आजकल तो लॉकडाउन के बाद बहुत सारे ऐसे शॉपिंग ऐप्स चलने लगे हैं जिनके द्वारा अगर औरतें सीख लेती हैं, थोड़ा बहुत भी पढ़ी हैं, तो वो चला सकती हैं और अपनी आमदनी भी बढ़ा सकती हैं।
जब मौका मिला तो गांव की वो महिलाएं भी कंप्यूटर सीखने निकली जो कभी घर की दहलीज के बाहर कदम नहीं रख सकी थी। अब ये महिलाएं कंप्यूटर की विंडो से दुनिया देखना चाहती हैं।
Shilpi Sen, congratulations for your award for the best feature in Hindi electronic. The award for web documentary in Hindi. That's the next award, ladies and gentlemen. The award for web documentary in Hindi is presented to Saurabh Duggal. Unfortunately, he's not here, but he has won this for क्या पुरुष खिलाड़ियों के बराबर है भारत की महिला खिलाड़ियों की सामाजिक सुरक्षा on Indian Pen YouTube channel as she speaks to women coaches and hockey players to show the disparity between men and women sportspersons. He explores the attitudes of family, government, and society at large and touches upon job security, social recognition, safety, and debilitating patriarchal mindsets and women players have to face. May I request for the AV, please?
सौरभ जी, एक तो ना महिलाओं को सबसे ज्यादा है, लड़कियों का स्पोर्ट्स का पीरियड बड़ा कम होता है। मतलब जो आजकल रेप वगैरह के केस जो हो रहे हैं उनसे भी डर लगता है, सुबह जल्दी जाना पड़ता है, लेट हो जाते हैं रात को प्रैक्टिस करते वक्त। बहुत सारी लड़कियां ऐसी हैं बहुत लेट जॉब मिलते हैं, जैसे कई प्लेयर मैंने देखे इंडिया टीम में अच्छा खेले, जैसे शर्मिला अभी तक ज्वाइन भी नहीं किया जबकि ओलंपिक खेल के आ रही हो। अगर हमने पेरेंट्स अगर सपोर्ट करेंगे लड़कियों को तो वो और आगे अच्छा कर सकती है, लेकिन हमारी लड़कियां सिक्योर नहीं है कि उनको जॉब मिल जाएगी या वो खेलेंगी तो उससे अच्छी खिलाड़ी बनके नौकरी मिल जाएगा, वो कुछ तो ऐसे हैं।
That's an amazing story. The next award for web news feature in Hindi is presented to Sonal Pateria. Even she's in there, but her colleague Shruti Dikshit will be receiving the award for शादी की उम्र 18 से बढ़कर 21 साल कराने के क्या फायदे और नुकसान हैं on Odd Nari YouTube channel for an invigorating discussion on the Union Cabinet's proposal to increase the age of marriage for women from 18 to 21 years. She deftly navigates the conversation to factor in systemic and societal corruption coupled with patriarchal mindsets that will impede women from enjoying the benefits of the proposed change. Shruti Dikshit is receiving the award on behalf of Sonal. Congratulations, Sonal. May I request for the AV, please? I'm so sorry.
लड़की की उम्र 18 रखना, लेकिन अब हमें अलग तरीके से सोचने की जरूरत है। अगर आपको समानता चाहिए तो आप लड़के की शादी की उम्र 18 कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि सिर्फ कानून में बदलाव लाके कल जल्दी शादियां नहीं होने वाली है लड़कों की। यू फाइंड कि लड़कों की उम्र लड़कियों से ज्यादा तेजी से बढ़ रही है शादी के लिए। तो हम लोग सोचते हैं कि सिंपल सेम टाइप की इक्वालिटी हम ना करें, लेकिन मुद्दों की गहराई में जाए कि क्या हो रहा है ग्राउंड लेवल पे, स्पेशली आदिवासी।
That's an amazing perspective. The award for web podcast in Hindi is presented to Tinka Tinka Prison Reforms on YouTube channel for Holy and Karnal Jail Radio. Tinka Tinka Prison Reforms offers those incarcerated in Karnal Jail an opportunity to overcome their battered self-esteem and hope to lead a better life. They weave their stories interspersed with songs such as the radio jockeys for individual shows and explore the patriarchy and limiting mindsets that have pushed them to commit crimes. May I request for the audio, please?
जेलों में आए हैं हम, अपनों को छोड़ आए हैं हम, बिखरेगी खुशियाँ यहाँ भी, बिखरेगी खुशियाँ वहाँ भी।
तिनका 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 आया है, खुशियाँ साथ लाया है। दुखों को दूर भगाएंगे हम, नई उम्र लाएंगे हम।
यह आवाज है सोनिया, ज्योति, शिक्षा, सोनिया चौधरी, आरती, मुकेश, विवेक भारती, डॉक्टर अमित और वीरेंद्र की। आप जिस समय होली मना रहे हैं उस समय ये सभी जेल में हैं।
Brilliant. That's a brilliant podcast. How amazing that we get to hear stories from hinterlands, from rural India, from urban India, from across India. I congratulate Laadli Media and Population First to be doing this awards every year. The award for web video feature in Hindi is presented to Plug.tv for Girls on a Mission, as it picks up the valiant efforts of Punita, Nisha, Rinku and Pinky, who have sensitized 1,500 people across 10 villages in Uttar Pradesh and engaged with 218 Mushahar families to ensure that none of the girls dropped out of school during pandemic. May I request for the AV, please?
ये देखिए मेरा स्कूल है और ये मेरा गांव है और ये मेरा दोस्त है। ये लॉकडाउन की वजह से मेरा स्कूल नहीं चल रहा है। हमारे गांव का नाम इसलिए आप सभी का स्वागत है। हमारे गांव में लड़के और लड़कियों को भेदभाव होता है। लड़कों को ज्यादा पढ़ाते हैं और लड़कियों को बहुत कम पढ़ाते हैं।
हम लोगों ने उन लड़कियों के माता पिता से बात की और स्कूल में नामांकन कराया।
आप लोगों को विश्वास नहीं होगा, हम लोगों ने 60-70 लड़कियों को स्कूल में एडमिशन करवा दिए। इस टाइम मेरे गांव में एक भी लड़कियां अनपढ़ नहीं दिख रही है, ना दिखने को मिल रही है।
छोटे छोटे बच्चे होते हैं उनका, और जो ड्रॉप आउट बच्चे होते हैं या लड़कियां, उन सभी का हम लोग एडमिशन कराते हैं। और कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आता है तो उन लोगों को मम्मी पापा से हम लोग बात करते हैं।
Girls on a mission indeed. Congratulations, you deserve all that. It's an amazing story. The next award for web issue-based program in Hindi is presented to DW.com for Dalit Mahilaon ko Nyay Mein Deri Kyun, for following the rape of a 9-year-old Dalit girl and question the delay in justice reaching the victims and families while the perpetrators are set free. The families suffer ignominy, financial depletion and loss of faith on account of long winding judicial process. May I request for the AV, please?
कई मामलों में दलित महिलाओं ने खुद पर हो रहे अत्याचारों के खिलाफ आवाज उठाना शुरू कर दिया है, लेकिन उन्हें न्याय मिलने में देरी होती है। कभी कभी पीड़ित व्यक्ति थक जाता है। एक केस 10 से 12 साल तक चलता है। पहली अदालत फैसला देगी और ऊंची जाति के लोग बरी कर दिए जाएंगे। अगर पीड़िता उच्च न्यायालय जाएगी तो वहां 10 साल और लगेंगे और फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट को 5 साल और लगेंगे। तो एक लड़की का बलात्कार अगर 13 साल की उम्र में हुआ है तो फैसला आते आते वह 35 साल की हो जाएगी।
Congratulations, team DW.com. The award for web feature in Punjabi is presented to Ishrat Singh Banwait of Jamman Tejeen the Farak on Punjab Today YouTube channel for an insightful view into what a woman's right to a safe and dignified life is, as he raises a pertinent point that girls are born, but are they truly living? While citing various reports, he pencils in the increasing levels of violence against women, in particular sexual assaults, and the apathy of governments and political parties. May I request for the AV, please?
चलो शुरुआत ਤਾਂ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਅੰਕੜਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਮੰਨੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੰਮਣ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਪਰ ਕੀ ਜੀਣ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ? ਔਰਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੁਰੱਖਿਆ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਕੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਵੀ ਹਜੇ ਮੰਦੇ ਹੀ ਹਾਲ ਨੇ? ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ। ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਯੂਨੀਅਨ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਦੀ ਹੀ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਇਹ ਰਿਪੋਰਟਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅੰਕੜੇ ਦੱਸ ਰਿਹਾ, ਇਹ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਹੀ ਕਰਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ ਬੋਡੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਅੰਕੜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ। ਸੋ 2017 ਦੀ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਰਿਕਾਰਡਸ ਬਿਊਰੋ ਦੇ ਮੁਤਾਬਿਕ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਅਗੇਂਸਟ ਵੂਮਨ ਦੇ 4620 ਪਰਚੇ ਦਰਜ ਹੋਏ ਸੀ। 2018 'ਚ ਅੰਕੜਾ ਵੱਧ ਗਿਆ 5302 ਕੇਸ, 2019 'ਚ ਹੋਰ ਵੱਧ ਗਿਆ 5886 ਕੇਸ।
So, oh, she's not coming. I'm so sorry. She's not coming. That's what I heard just now. So we will quickly move on to the next set of awards. Moving from print to web, I would like to request the dignitaries to stay on the stage to give away the awards for the next set of categories. The next set of awards are from the web category and the True Jury Appreciation Citations from the North. The award for web article in English is presented to Vaishnavi Rathod for Dams Displaced and Changed Women's Lives in Gujarat in behanbox.com for bringing to notice the urgent action required by spotlighting the hardships endured by women displaced because of the construction of various dams in Gujarat. She diligently analyzes the emotional and psychological impacts as she underscores the economic cost of the burden of development that pushes the evacuation of indigenous people. These are citations, so I'll carry on with them. Oh, sorry. We have Vaishnavi Rathod, yeah? Congratulations, Vaishnavi. The next award is Pushika Sharma. This is for the award for web blog in English for migrant women find moving up is still hard. On indiatogether.org for an insightful piece that focuses on the impact of migration on women, an aspect typically left out of the ambit of discussions and policy decisions. She notes the difference in the way the burden plays out for women, making them more socially, emotionally, and financially vulnerable, and advocates for gender-sensitive policy making. Shika Sharma, kindly take the award. Congratulations. The award for web feature in English is presented to Riddhi Dastidar for why workplace support is a basic need for women with schizophrenia. In indiaspen.com, as she poignantly draws attention to the myriad stereotypes that exist surrounding women's mental health and makes a case for sensitivity at workplaces. Her arguments are liberally dotted with cogent data and real-life examples of working women who are grappling with such conditions. An amazing Subject tag. Congratulations, Riddhi Dasidar. The award for Web Investigative Story in English is presented to Jyoti Yadav for she was 8 months pregnant, was forced into UP poll duty that killed 135 teachers. The print.in for investigating the hardships of women forced to undertake poll duty in Uttar Pradesh during the pandemic. She traces the story of Kalyani, who along with 135 women breathed their last as a result of insensitive work conditions. I call upon Jyoti Yadav for taking this award. What a wonderful, impactful story. Hope that has an impact. The award for web feature in English is presented to Shefali Rafiq for a glimpse into the lives of transgender people in Kashmir in opendemocracy.net as she traces the story of 4 transgender persons in Kashmir as they face societal discrimination, humiliation, and tears to greater acceptance and liberal life. In the narrative, she weaves in the shifts being experienced by the Kashmiri society as it begins to open its doors to them, albeit inch by inch. Congratulations, Shefali. I think we all can kind of clap harder for this journalist from Kashmir and for all of others also, by the way. It's a kind of a norm for the MC to be asking for applause. I think we're all journalists. We should applaud for ourselves. I think it's important that we receive this applause. What else we are living for, as Kapil Dev said. Well, the MC he keeps talking about applause, but I think we all can do better. The award for Web Report English is presented to Nidhi Suresh for Hathras. 4 months on, the Dalit girl's family lives in between court hearings and with ostracism. In newslaundry.com for documenting the travails of the people of the Hathras rape victim as they grapple with their laws, the judicial system, societal ostracization and dictating income. In her conversation with members of the family, she etches the loneliness and fear of the family, which continues to be haunted by their daughter's memories. Congratulations, Nidhi Suresh. The next award for Web Social Media Campaign in English is presented to Nu Mishra for Disabled Bodies, Navigating Abuse and Violence, Disabled Women Riot in feminismindia.com. This is for a riveting narration of her personal journey as she highlights non-traditional and not easily recognizable forms of abuse faced by women and girls with disabilities. She speaks of how it is often the caregivers who are the perpetrators, which place them at a greater risk of gender-based violence. Congratulations. Nu Mishra, that's a much needed story. Congratulations yet again. The award for web article in Hindi is presented to Narjish Hussain for Corona में मानसिक तौर पर पस्त हो रही औरतें. Sehatrag.com for highlighting the sudden rise in the number of women facing mental health challenges in this commentary, inundated with interviews. Triggered by the pandemic, women have been experiencing anxieties around their jobs, the double burden of work from home, financial security, and more. Narjish Hussain is unfortunately could not come down, so congratulations to her. The next award for web blog in Hindi is presented to Swati Shaiwal for Afghanistan में तालिबान युद्ध हो या विस्थापन, महिलाएं सबसे बड़ी कीमत चुकाती आ रही हैं. in Amar Ujala for exploring the compromising of women's rights in war-torn zone. She backdrops of Afghanistan strife and examines how basic human rights diminished with acts falling even more heavily on women. They are stripped of their right to education, economic and personal freedom, and access to safe spaces and quality healthcare at once. Swati Shewal, can you please come up to accept the award for this amazing article? The next award for web feature in Hindi is presented to Shivangi Saxena for Narasimhanand, Saraswati and Gang. Mahila aur Musalman inka pasandida shikar hai in newslaundry.com as she pays the noxious attacks on women and the patriarchal mindsets of a group of men on social media that makes them amplify messages of hate fed on propaganda. She investigates the timelines of posts to present the perspective of the leader, his followers, and outlines how a climate of hate against women is built up. For the next set of awards, I would like to call upon Regional Labour Commissioner, Government of India, Shri Ravikant Reddy Garu. Can I know if he's around? As I said, Hyderabad is happening. Yeah. Yes, that's. So I request you to give that wonderful hamper to sir for being so patient on the stage. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
As I was saying, Hyderabad is more happening than it should today. So we are missing many of our esteemed guests.
I'm very, very happy. Thank you for the fantastic stuff you're doing.
Thank you.
It's not
So
easy, I
yeah. No, this is a pleasure.
Yes, I got you. You haven't approved.
There is a beautiful
Yeah.
This is for my
May I also request you, sir, to say a couple of words? Can I also request you to say a couple of words? Can I hold them for you?
Thank you very much. Population first. You do fantastic work. Please keep it up. I'm so honoured to be here. Very humbled. I'm very privileged. One of the videos I saw, I think it was called "Girls on a Mission." I think tonight what we're talking about is media, journalists, storytellers on a mission. As we've heard, female issues, gender issues, transgender issues, they're suffering from a tough time. It was difficult before the pandemic. It's even harder now. But thanks to everyone here, it's important to get those stories out. It's important to change the narrative. And hopefully this time next year, we'll be looking at an improvement. We all know it's only going to be a small improvement, but the most important thing is that direction of travel, and we start changing perceptions. And gender sensitivity in the media and in advertising is one of those key areas. So thank you all very much for the fantastic work you are doing. I feel very privileged, very humbled to be here. Keep going.
Thank you so much. Before we move on to the next set of awards, I would like to request Ms. Sharada to come onto the stage yet again. She's got a long day ahead. For the next set of awards, I would like to call upon Mr. Rizwan Ahmed to please come onto the stage and give away the awards.
I'm already here.
Oh, yeah, please. We're sorry, as I said, we are missing a few of our guests, and that has created a little confusion. But we are still on, and we are really looking forward to giving away the next set of awards for the wonderful journalists. We also want to call upon stage Karsu Prasad Reddy, the world famous surgeon, to give away the awards. Can you please come onto the stage, sir? Can we have a round of applause for Mr. Reddy? You've had some wonderful stories in the health sector, sir. I hope you've seen them. The award for the web investigative story in Hindi is presented to Neetu Singh for Nirbhaya case के बाद अब तक लापरवाही बरतने वाले कितने पुलिस अधिकारियों के खिलाफ दर्ज हुई FIR. In gaonconnection.com for questioning the efficacy of the law which mandates lodging of FIR against negligent officers in sexual assault cases. She looks at the number of such cases registered and notes 8 years after the law came into force, the police officers accused of dereliction in dispelling their duties roam unquestioned. Neetu Singh, congratulations on the story and the award. I request Neetu Singh to please stay on the stage. I think the next set of next award is also there. The award for web investigative story in Hindi is presented to Neetu Singh and Daya Sagar for Unnao case. क्या सच में खुले से शौच मुक्त हो चुका है भारत? उन्नाव केस में कृतिका के घर में नहीं है शौचालय. In gaonconnection.com, great stories as they meticulously investigate the impact of open defecation and the safety of women and girls in the wake of the murder of 2 young Dalit girls. They also present the ground realities of open defecation free Unnao through a wealth of data and personal interviews. The award? The award for web editorial in Hindi is presented to Shruti Dikshit for Katrina Kaif के गालों जैसे सड़क. ये कमेंट बताता है कि सड़कों से पहले सोच बदलने की जरूरत है. HerZindagi.com for examining misogynistic comments on various leaders and for barring the sexist mindset that normalizes the objectification of women. She documents innuendos made across all political parties and highlights the factors promoting violence against women. Congratulations, Shruti. That's a powerful headline. The award for web news report in Hindi is presented to Sadika Tiwari. पश्चिम बंगाल के चाय बागानों में अपने बच्चों को खोती माएं. Indiaspend.com, the stories on Indiaspend.com as she examines the numerous hurdles faced by women working in the Darjeeling and Siliguri tea gardens, leading to miscarriages and loss of their infants. They comprise 50% of the workforce. She cites lack of proper creches, access to healthcare, maternity leave, and of basic sanitation as some of the glaring problems. Congratulations, Sadika, on your award. Now we have the jury appreciation citation, and there are 2 recipients of this citation amongst us. The jury, one is for print in English, presented to Majid Maqbool on the road with Jammu and Kashmir's first woman bus driver in livemin.com. Majid Maqbool makes the reader travel with the path-breaking woman, Pooja Devi, as she narrates her journey to become JNK's first female bus driver. Hailing from a village in the Kathua district, she plies the buses on the Kathua-Jammu route and has opened up doors to aspiring female drivers. He's come all the way from Kashmir to receive the award. Let's the citation. The jury appreciation citation for Web in English is presented to Shalini Malik for India's women's mental health scenario is full of unseen battles, unheard war cries, and a ton of stigma in womensweb.in. Shalini Malik explores the stigmatization of women's mental health and the social and biological factors triggering their onset. She points to the lack of quality medical assistance and the deep-seated patriarchal mindsets that defy and enshrine a woman as an epitome of perfection, which refrains them from accessing assistance. Shalini Malik, congratulations on this wonderful story and the subject, which I think we can only speak a lot more about. May I request Dr. Sharda to present Mr. Reddy with a small token of appreciation. Again, the hamper is sponsored by Cottage Wellness. Let me remind you, the organic people. Before I move on to the next very important award, I would request a hearty round of applause for the winners from the Northern Indian states. The range of stories has indeed been very fascinating. We look forward to even more rigorous reporting on diverse issues from gender lens. Especially, thank you so much for coming all the way. We also request you to say a couple of words before you get down the stage, sir, if you don't mind, Mr. Reddy. A couple of words for the journalists.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Kasu Prasad Reddy. I lived in England for 20 years and brought some modern technology in eye care to our country. I'm known for first LASIK introduction and many lasers in the eye care. But never mind about me, we are here to appreciate our journalist brothers and sisters. Journalism, as you know, is what is going to change this country. While I lived in England, my dream was always to come back and serve my own country. Even though I had a lucrative job, I came back. But what I'm seeing and what is happening in our country today is the journalist. Today, I think we could take our problems to the media, and I've seen it many a times that the journalists sorted out these problems. I totally came, this is a great surprise to call me onto the stage to do the presentation to some of the great people here, youngsters especially. I'm so proud of them, and I hope Sharada will do more of these kind of, and everybody supporting and sponsoring these programs is great. And in future, I think I should play my own role to support this. Thank you very much, and congratulations to all the youngsters.
Thank you so much. Now, before we move on to our next category of awards for some riveting stories from the east and west regions of the country, we would like to welcome on stage someone very, very dear and special to the Laadli family. It's none other than Dolly Thakur. Ms. Dolly Thakur, the National Coordinator for Laadli Media Awards for Gender Sensitivity, a well-known theatre artist, casting director of Gandhi, the film by Attenborough, and a social activist. Ma'am, it's an absolute honor to have you amidst us. If I'm missing my words, it's only because of the immense respect I have for you. It's always amazing to see you on the stage. Kindly welcome Ms. Dolly Thakur with huge round of applause. She's been the pillar, one of the main pillars of Laadli Media. It's time to present the very prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award to Srimati Sharada Srinivasan. And it gladdens my heart that I am presenting this small citation about her. Srimati Sarada has been a renowned and well-loved Telugu radio personality, gifted with a mellifluous voice, and that has enthralled 4 generations of radio listeners. Srinivasan is a multifaceted artist and a producer at All India Radio, Hyderabad. She has raised the level of Telugu radio plays and other shows to the highest echelons. At the age of 85, she's enacted the glamorous role of the enigmatic Amrapali in the radio adaptation of the famous opera to Acharya Chatrusen, and she continues to mesmerize listeners across the globe. May we have the AV, please?
If you dig into the treasure trove of your most memorable experiences of the past 5 decades, the one thing that is sure to tug at your heart would be the plays aired over All India Radio. And is it possible for one ever to think of radio plays without recalling the beautiful voice of Sharada Srinivasan? Sharada Srinivasan grew up in a family that did not have any particular association with dramas in whatever form. Little would she have known that she would enter this creative field and make her name synonymous with radio plays. And one day be receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award for her colossal contribution to popularizing radio plays as nobody else has done. Brought up in a house that did not even have a radio, she retired as the most celebrated radio artist. She was born in 1935 and started her professional journey in 1955. Initially, she worked in Hindi plays, and having got a chance to switch to Telugu plays, she continued without looking back. It would not be an exaggeration to say that she lived the parts she played. She could effortlessly modulate her voice to suit the role. She could make her voice sound like a majestic queen, a meek servant, a young damsel, or an old woman.
వాడు లెటర్లో రాసింది మనల్ని కూడా తనతో తీసుకెళ్తానని కదా. మరి డబ్బు మంచము విలువ తీసుకెళ్లిన వాడు మనల్ని తీసుకెళ్లే సంగతి మాట్లాడేది.
All absolutely believable. Her laughter, her sobs and sighs were also natural and beautiful.
దేవతలు ఎట్లా కటాక్షిస్తారు?
ఆరాధిస్తే.
ఆరాధించు.
ఆరాధించు. ఆరాధించడం ఏమిటి? ఎవరిని?
నన్ను, సౌందర్య దేవతని, ప్రేమదేవిని నన్ను.
ఏమిటి? నేను ఒక స్త్రీ ముందు
స్త్రీ ముందు మోకరించడం నేర్చుకొని నువ్వేం తెలుసుకున్నావు, ఏం జీవించావు? ఇంత అల్పుడివని తెలియదు నాకు.
Played the part of Urvashi in the play Pururava in 1974, which received wholesome appreciation from everyone. Similarly, she received a lot of appreciation for her portrayals in plays like Maharati Karna, Usha, Bhagyanagaram, Deepashika, Saptashila, etc. Sharada Srinivasan received the National Award for the play Mahanishkramanam. Some years back, she authored an engaging book, My Memories of Radio, which received the Telugu University Award for Best Book. Today, we feel greatly honored in conferring Sharada Srinivasan with a Lifetime Achievement Award.
We now request Honorable Vice Chancellor of MANUU, VC Janab Syed Ainul Hassan Sahab and Mr. British Deputy High Commissioner Gareth Wynne Owen to join us on stage to present the award along with Ms. Dali Thakur and Dr. Sharada. Please put your hands together as we welcome this living legend on stage. We have grown up listening to her voice, and she is an amazing inspiration and a great pride. I think we need a better applause. This is a Lifetime Achievement Award for a national award winner who has made it when it was even more difficult for women in media. Thank you, Sarada Kaya, as we lovingly call her, for accepting the award. We feel honored. It's amazing to see you on stage like this. We really hope, she told me she will not be speaking on stage, but can we kind of accept that, ma'am? Sarada garu Kaya koncham please. Oka rendu maatalu. Would you like to talk here? మీరు ఎన్ని మాటలు చెప్పినా విన్నాను, బాగుంటుంది.
వేదిక మీద ఉన్నటువంటి గౌరవనీయులైన ఈ సభ్యులందరికీ నా వందనాలు. సభలో ఉన్న మీ అందరికీ కూడా నా సాదర నమస్కారాలు. ఈ పాపులేషన్ ఫస్ట్ అనే సంస్థ ద్వారా స్త్రీలు పిల్లల విషయంలో ఈ సమాజంలో ఉన్న అసమానతలను గుర్తించి వారి అభ్యున్నతి కోసమని, ఇంకా దేశంలోని ప్రతి పౌరుడు పేదరికం వివక్ష హింస లేని జీవితాన్ని పొందగలగాలని గొప్ప సదాశయంతో పనిచేస్తోంది సంస్థ. ముఖ్యంగా స్త్రీలు బాలికలు పనిచేసే వర్క్ ప్లేస్లో జెండర్ సెన్సిటివిటీ అమలు కావాలని, పురుషుడు స్త్రీ అనే భేదభావం లేకుండా సమాన అవకాశాలు లభించాలి అన్న సదాశయంతో కృషి చేస్తోంది ఈ సంస్థ. అంతేకాక దీనికి విస్తృత ప్రచారంలో భాగంగా జర్నలిస్టులకు దిశానిర్దేశం చేస్తూ ప్రోత్సహించడమే కాకుండా వారికి అవార్డులను ఇచ్చి సన్మానిస్తున్నారు. ఇది మంచి కాన్సెప్ట్. ఈ సదాశయంలో వీళ్ళు నిర్విరామంగా కృషి చేస్తున్న వీరందరికీ కూడా నా అభినందనలు. ఇంకా నా గురించి 2 మాటలు నేను చెప్తాను. నేను రిటైర్ అయ్యి అప్పుడే 28 సంవత్సరాలు అయిపోయింది. ఇన్నేళ్ల తర్వాత కూడా నన్ను గుర్తుంచుకొని ఈ స్టేజ్ మీదకి తీసుకొచ్చి నాకు వీళ్ళ అవార్డులు ఇచ్చారంటే నిజంగా నేను వీళ్ళ రుణం తీర్చుకోలేను. ఈ ప్రతిష్టాత్మకమైనటువంటి లాడ్లీ అవార్డు నాకు ఆఫర్ చేయడం నా అదృష్టంగాను గర్వంగాను కూడా భావిస్తున్నాను. నేను దీనికోసం సహకరించిన వారందరికీ కూడా నా కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాను. ఇప్పుడు నా రేడియో డ్రామా గురించి, నేను ఇక్కడికి వచ్చానంటే కేవలం రేడియో నాటకం వల్లనే నేను ఈ స్టేజ్ మీదకి రాగలిగాను ఇప్పుడు, లేకపోతే మరేం లేదు. దాని గురించి ఒక 2 మాటలు చెప్పాలని నా కోరిక. ఈ రేడియో నాటక ప్రక్రియ అత్యద్భుత సృష్టి, అపూర్వ ప్రక్రియ, నా భూతో నా భవిష్యత్తు అని కూడా నేను చెప్పచ్చు. ఎందుకంటే చిన్న నాటకం, ఒక చిన్న మాటల కూర్పు శ్రోతలను అలౌకిక లోకాలకు తీసుకువెళ్ళగలగడం అనేది ఒక రేడియో ప్లేకే చెల్లింది. ఇది కేవలం శ్రవ్య మాధ్యమం, దృశ్యం అస్సలు కనపడదు. అయితే శ్రోత దృశ్యం ద్వారా చూసిన దానికంటే కూడా ఎక్కువే ఈ శబ్దం ద్వారా చూడగలుగుతున్నాడు, సృష్టిలోని పిపీలికం మొదలు బ్రహ్మాండం దాకా శ్రోతల కనుల ముందుకు తేగలిగిన శక్తి ఈ రేడియో నాటకానికి ఉంది. కేవలం ఒక శబ్ద సూచనతో మీ కల్పనా శక్తిని, మీ ఊహాశక్తిని ఉజ్జీవింపచేసి మీ కళ్ళ ముందు బొమ్మ కట్టిస్తుంది రేడియో ప్లే. మిగతా ఏ ప్రక్రియ కలిగించలేని ఒక అద్భుతమైన అనుభూతిని కలగజేస్తుంది రేడియో నాటకం. బుదలేర్ అనే ఫ్రెంచ్ దేశపు కవి అంటారు, టు డిస్క్రైబ్ ఈజ్ టు డిస్ట్రాయ్, టు సజెస్ట్ ఈజ్ టు క్రియేట్ అని. అంటే విషయం ఎంత చెప్పాలో అంతే చెప్పాలి, కానీ మీ ఊహకేమీ వదలకుండా అంతా చెప్పేస్తే ఎలా? రేడియో నాటకం అలా చెయ్యదు, మీ ఊహకు పదును పెడుతుంది. లోకోత్తర సౌందర్య రాసైన ఊర్వశి వేషం వేసిన వారిని మీ కళ్ళ ముందుకు నిలబెట్టి, ఇదిగో ఈవిడే ఊర్వశి అన్నారనుకోండి, అప్పుడు ఊర్వశి మహాసౌందర్యవతి అని అంటారు కదా, మరి ఈవిడ ఎంతో అందంగా ఉంటుందనుకున్నాను కానీ ఇంతేనా అని మీ మనసు నీరసపడవచ్చు. ఇక్కడ నీరసానికి కారణం ఏమిటంటే అక్కడి దృశ్యం మన ఊహకి ఒక హద్దుగా నిలబడుతోందన్నమాట. దృశ్యంలోని రూపాన్ని చూపరి పెంచలేడు, తగ్గించను లేడు. అదే శబ్దాన్ని శ్రవ్య మాధ్యమంలో వాడితే ఊర్వశి అందానికి, ఆమె లావణ్యానికి మీ ఊహలే ఎల్లలు. ఆమె అందం మీరు ఊహించినంత, మీరు కోరుకున్నంత అవుతుంది. చిత్రం వర్ణనైతే శబ్దము దృశ్యం అవుతుంది. ఈరోజు ఈ వేదిక మీద నిలబడి ప్రతిష్టాత్మకమైన ఈ అవార్డును తీసుకునే అర్హతను నాకు ఆకాశవాణి కల్పించింది. నేను ఒక మంచి ఆర్టిస్ట్గా తయారైనందుకు అవకాశం కల్పించింది ఆకాశవాణి. అందుకే ఆ ఆకాశవాణి కళామ తల్లికి నమస్కరిస్తూ నా కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలుపుకుంటున్నాను. చివరిగా నన్ను ఈ అవార్డుకు ఎంపిక చేసిన సభ్యులందరికీ నా కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నాను.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్.
సారీ మాట కొద్ది దిగిపోతాను నేను, పర్వాలేదు.
That was amazing. That was in fact more amazing for people who have grown up listening to her voice, to hear her voice again as strong as ever. I think that was an amazing speech as well, very inspiring. I wish we could translate it for others in the future. I take this opportunity to thank you, Mr. Ainul Hassan Saab and Gareth Owen, so much for joining the felicitation. Now it's time to present the Eastern Region category of awards. To present these awards, may I please call upon stage Corina Suarez. She is the chief editor, newsmeter.in, an amazing journalist, and I think she's a great... Yeah. So, can you please come on stage? And meanwhile, in all this, we missed the amazing Dolly Thakur talking to us. I wish she can say a couple of words. She's been with us for a long, long time, and she is going to fully talk to us a little. Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
The hall is almost empty, but patience and thanks to all of you who have remained behind. मैं आप लोगों को सिर्फ इतना बताऊंगी कि मैं अपने को हैदराबाद की बेटी समझती हूँ। मैं जब 10 साल की थी तो हैदराबाद में थी, और फिर तो सब दुनिया घूम के फिर के, और आज मैं फिर स्टेज पे खड़ी हुई हूँ। और मैंने पहला कदम हैदराबाद में स्टेज पे लिया था, और उसके बाद तो खैर अब मेरी पूरी जिंदगी स्टेज पे ही रही है, रेडियो पे रही है, टेलीविजन पे रही है। और आज जो मैंने देखा है, जो लाडली मीडिया अवार्ड जो दिए गए हैं, they are absolutely mind-blowing. The kind of stories that these people have picked up, the subjects that they have picked up, they're amazing. Certainly very different from when we were writing and we were doing things. The subjects, I mean, and they've traveled the world, they've gone into the deepest of the villages, the deepest of the tribal situations. And all I can say as a Laadli myself, that I have great hopes for the Laadlis of India. And they are going to take the country and the world up, up, and up. Thank you very much, and congratulations to every single one of you.
Thank you, ma'am. And can you please wait for another 1 minute for that amazing hamper that we have to give you? Can you quickly have the hamper, please? I would also like to call upon stage Miss Kalpana Kannabiran. She's somewhere in the audience and I can't see from here. Ma'am, can you please come up on the stage to present the next set of awards? Miss Kalpana Kannabiran. As we wait for her, we would start on the next series of awards. The award for print feature series in English is presented to Srimati Roy for series on parenting in the Telegraph, as she captures the dilemma of a single parent as she juggles society's attitude, school admissions, renting accommodation, or getting a passport. Laced with a touch of humor, the series examines various facets of today's fast-changing family pattern, not just in metros, but even in Tier 2 cities across the nation. Congratulations, Srimati Roy. The next award for print article in Hindi is presented to Rachna Priyadarshini for Ardh Vyavastha mein Grihiniyon ko bhi mile samman in Prabhat Khabar. For examining the disparities in evaluating the unpaid work of women and girls, she looks at various aspects of inherently problematic notion that homemakers do not add economic value to the household in the backdrop of a recent Supreme Court noting that this perception needs to be addressed. Congratulations, Rachna Priyadarshini. I think women in economics there are a lot of stereotypes, and I'm glad the story is being written, and more stories should come in this segment. The award for print feature for Hindi is presented to Guru Swarup Mishra for Dayan Ka Dank. झारखंड से ऐसी जड़ से खत्म होगी दायन कुप्रथा, गरिमा से धीरे धीरे धुल रहा है ये सामाजिक कलंक. In Prabhat Khabar, as he weaves a vibrant tapestry of individual stories, incidents, and efforts to eradicate the deplorable practice of witch hunting to illustrate the harmful repercussions on women. Congratulations. Can you please come on stage, Swarup Mishra? Guru Swarup Mishra. The next award for print article in Odia is presented to Pratibha Ghosh for, pardon me, friends, if I'm saying this wrong, this is in Odia, Bonda Khotre Manglo Sajichani Anganwadi Didi Jyoti in the Sakala for acquainting us with the exemplary dedication of an Anganwadi worker Jyoti, who has been educating the primitive Bonda tribal folks in the Malkangiri district about COVID-19 and how to manage the pandemic. Congratulations, Pratibha Ghosh. I'm extremely sorry if I've said your article headline wrong. But this is about an amazing work that has happened during COVID-19. The award for print op-ed in Odia is presented to Rudra Prasanna Rath for Rutu Prabho Obishapo Nohain in Nitidina, as he underpins the importance of busting the myths and debunking the taboos that surround menstruation. He also advocates the need to promote a cogent understanding of reproductive health. And we have come to the end of this category with this. But before that, please put your hands together for Rudra Prasanna Rath. It's an important topic, guys, and we know these are the issues. How much ever we speak, it's not enough. Congratulations, Rudra Prasanna. So we come to the end of this category. A huge round of applause for these path-breaking stories that have been brought to light with such dedication and passion. Congratulations to all the winners. And I would like to ask Kalpana ma'am to say a few words before receiving that great token of appreciation we have for you. Can we have the mic, please?
Good evening, friends. It's indeed an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to be here and to hear about the absolutely wonderful stories that have been written about and stories that have been told. I think it's, for me, been a lifelong struggle to try and create or co-create a better world for girls and for women, and to actually see that come to life before your eyes through this act of storytelling is an experience that is memorable and that I will never forget. It's also for me been personally very gratifying to be part of a Laadli event. I have been a fangirl of Laadli ever since it started and have been following the various awards events through the reports and through the stories that have received the awards. It's also been a moment of personal pride for me because Sharda and I were together in university, and I'm now probably meeting her after 25 years, after we were first postgraduate students in the same department. So it's really been wonderful to reconnect with old friends on a platform that we share politically. So thank you, Population First and all the organizers for actually asking me to be here. It is a privilege.
Thank you, ma'am. And I would also like to ask Corina to say a couple of words. And before that, let me just introduce ma'am. You should all read her writings, and probably you'll find them on the web, hopefully all her writings. So all of you can read them. She's amazing, and she's written some revolutionary work, articles and works. Can I just ask Corina to talk? I'm just being a little cool with her because she's a friend.
Good evening, everyone. I am Corina Suarez. I'm the editor for News Meter. It's a website based in Hyderabad. Well, I grew up talking to ma'am, quoting her in my stories, so I'm deeply humbled to be among them. Have been a fangirl of your work as well. So it is a rare feeling for me. I would just like to say 3 things to all the young budding journalists over here. 1, do not invest most years covering just one single beat. I just ran through all the AVs. I think try to invest your time or try different beats like crime, politics and defense, because they need gender sensitivity stories. They are lacking over there. That is one thing. Second thing, even as you work, do not stop studying. Continue to study different courses as part of some fellowships, some scholarships, or even online. Thanks to my great friend Nalini here, during COVID, I completed my course in anti-human trafficking from Thomson and Reuters. So get in touch with organizations who offer you all sponsored online courses. And the third thing I would like to say is for journalists who are not part of organizations and who are freelancers, form an umbrella, come under a coalition, give it a name, and approach every media house to take your stories on payment basis. Because somebody like me, and as an editor for News Meter, if I'm covering Karnataka elections, I would need your support. So journalists who are not with an organization on freelance basis or on independent, please form a coalition, come under an umbrella, give it a name, and your stories will be read across everywhere. So congratulations and all the best.
Thank you so much, Corina. That comes from a person who is in the media experiencing the problems. One second, Corina, we have to give you that hamper. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for being here, being an inspiration to all of us. Corina has been doing wonderful work, and she is again an inspiration at a young age. She's a chief editor for one of the most popular, one of the upcoming websites, News Meter. Thank you, Corina. Can I request Honorable Vice Chancellor of MANUU, BC Janab Syed Ainul Hassan Saab, to please come up on the stage and please address the audience with your presidential speech.
Respected dignitaries, participants, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, friends, colleagues. Well, I'm really delighted to be here in the midst of wonderful people. Wonderful in the sense that they have been doing a lot for a particular cause. And I have a special corner in my heart for those who work for gender equality and other gender issues. Not because I am Vice Chancellor of Maulana Azad National Urdu University, rather being a student of language and literature and cultural studies. I have written several articles particularly in three languages. But yes, I am not here to receive award. Neither I have received any award. This is not the irony of this situation. There are many working from behind the curtain. But yes, those who make a mark, they are invited and they are encouraged. And today what we have seen. My best wishes to all the recipients of this award. And also to the organizers, the Laadli Media family particularly. You know, there are certain anecdotes. There are certain proverbial expressions not really conducive for the health of our environment. We have to fight against them. Tooth and nail. And I know there are poetesses across the globe. If we take up Shiraishi Kachuko, Lee Sikayu from China, Shiraichi Kachuku from Japan, Sakinatul Huda from Morocco, Farooq Farooqzad from Iran, Fahmida Yas, Kishwar Naik, Parveen Shakir from Pakistan. And you see, starting from Mahadev Verma till Nandini Kishore today, we have seen their anxieties, expressions, how they have expressed. कमाले ज़ब्त को खुद भी तो आजमाऊंगी, मैं अपने हाथों से उसकी दुल्हन सजाऊंगी और सिपुर्द करके उसे चांदी के हाथों में मैं अपने घर के अंधेरों में लौट जाऊंगी. You know, they are expressing themselves, but yes, the bigger role is to be played by media, and this house, I believe, that is not in favor of any kind of biases. The genuine one, I can see. And that reminds me of Parveen Shakir's a few couplets where she says that डसने लगे हैं ख्वाब मगर किससे बोलिए, डसने लगे हैं ख्वाब मगर किससे बोलिए, मैं जानती हूं पाल रही हूं सपोलिए, बस ये हुआ कि उसने तकल्लुफ से बात की और हमने रोते रोते दुपट्टे भिगो लिए. But you know, I am very optimistic. She's also optimistic. She's not pessimistic. What she says that खुशबू नई है और नया कैनवस भी है, फिर तश्तरी में रंग पुराने न घोलिए. The old days have gone. Now the new dawn has come, has arrived, and you should accompany with new dawn and get ahead. That's how you can achieve your target. Otherwise, there is still darkness. And in the dark environment, what will do? Except for disappointments. But that reminds me of Allama Iqbal's, in the end, I will devote it to the present generation. What Allama Iqbal says. And what is the message, in fact, I am trying to convey from this platform to all of you, particularly those who have the courage. What he says, in a quatrain he says that let me, and he addresses to his son Javed. Today I am going to reveal a top secret, but on a condition that you would take it very seriously. Then in the last couplet he says, look, you will die if you will not show your vigor and strength. But on the other hand, if you show your strength, your power, nobody would be able to perish you. This message is to be conveyed again and again to the larger community, not only in this world, but across the world, that look, here is power, and that power will yield everything. And I congratulate the entire Laadli group that they are doing the best thing for the benefit of entire humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I was hoping you'll be on stage. Yeah. And thank you so much. I also request you to be on stage for giving away a few awards. The award for electronic issue-based program in Odia is presented to Cypria Dash for Bhasha Pitrutantrara, In Nakshatra News 24/7, Supriya Dash raises a pertinent yet rarely discussed the subject of degrading language targeting women, which is rampant in society. She questions the underlying patriarchal mindset and normalization of violent attitude towards women and the resulting economy. May we have the AV, please?
ସମୟ ଯଦି ସବୁ କ୍ଷେତ୍ରକୁ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ କରିଛି ତେବେ ପିତୃତାନ୍ତ୍ରିକ ଭାଷାରେ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ସମୟର ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା ନୁହେଁ। ବଡ଼ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଆମ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ମହିଳାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କେତେ ବଢ଼ିଆ ଏହାକୁ ନେଇ ଆଜିର ରାହା ଭାଷା ପିତୃତନ୍ତ୍ର।
The award for Electronic Special Edition in ODI is presented to Shatrupa Samantaraya for Commando Shakti in the Argus News, a video feature which is an inspiring study of the all-women police team, the Danteshwari fighters, deployed in Dantewada in Chhattisgarh to fight the Naxalites. It establishes unequivocally that women are no less than men when it comes to courage and daredevilry. May we have the AV, please? Sometime, यहाँ पे no? Congratulations, Shatrupa. The award for web podcast in English is presented to Suryatapa Mukherjee for queer Kashmiris are building community amidst conflict in SunoIndia.in, which provides a very good perspective on the issues at the cusp of the difficult environment of Kashmir, which marginalizes the queer community and impedes the creation of safe spaces for them. It documents the history of queer culture in the valley, looks at the prejudices and queer phobia of the society and its tendency of selective inclusion. May we have the AV, please? I think it's just the audio. I suppose it's a podcast. Yes, it's an audio. Yeah, so there's some technical error. Kindly excuse us. Can you please have Suryatapa Mukherjee on the stage, please? Well, whoever has to listen to this can go to sunoindia.in. The award for the web feature in Bengali is presented to Purnima Sar for Gramin Bharatiya LGBTQIA+ Shampraday. It's on In Old News YouTube channel. Purnima Sar's video features the challenges faced by LGBTQIA+ persons in smaller towns of West Bengal. Through a series of on-camera interviews, she documents the difficulties in accessing education, gainful employment, healthcare, and societal acceptance. May we have the AV, please?
এত প্রবলেম বুঝি না, কিন্তু তোমরা যেরকম আছো তোমরা সেরকম থাকো না, এবং যারা যেরকম থাকতে চায় তাদের সেরকমই থাকতে দাও।
স্কুল লাইফটা সত্যি খুবই প্রবলেমের, এটা আমারও ছিল, আর যারা এখনো স্কুলে আছে তাদেরও
এরকম একটা আমাদের মনে একটা ধারণা থাকে, কিন্তু আসলে ব্যাপারটা অনেকটা বেশি সূক্ষ্ম এবং অনেকটা বেশি জটিল। অতটা সোজা সাপটা নয় যে শহর মানেই লোকে বেরিয়ে আসতে পারছে, গ্রাম মানেই বেরিয়ে আসতে পারছে।
Then I started my art career. Drawing করেছি, কল্পনা, মেহেন্দি আর্টিস্ট, রঙ্গোলি আর্টিস্ট, and also professional.
Are supportive. They have different questions. They have questions like, I remember some of the mothers, some of the fathers asking, have they done anything wrong? because of which their child became like this. So, but other than that, the other group, the non-supportive group, they usually come and they have like a कि मेरे बच्चों को ऐसा हो रहा है, ऐसा ऐसा बोलता है, आप इसकी काउंसलिंग कीजिए, इसको ठीक कर दीजिए.
Congratulations. Purnima Sa, can you please come up on stage for receiving your award? Janab Syed Ainul Hassan Sahab, thank you so much for being with us on the stage and giving away the awards. It means a lot to us. That's all in this category. Let's give it up for winners. I think one round of applause. Let's do it after every category, which is hard and sound, makes a lot of noise. And then let's go to the next category of awards. For that, may I request Mr. Shakil Ahmad to come on stage, please. Mr. Shakil Ahmad Saab, Deputy General Manager, Rail Land Development Authority, Ministry of Railways, Secunderabad, and Chairman, Public Relations Council of India, Hyderabad Chapter. Please join us as a guest of honor to present the next category of awards, sir. The award for web blog in English is presented to Priyam Nayak. Priyam Nayak is not there in the audience now. On her behalf, Ishana Ayana is receiving this award for how women in rural India are learning to fight misinformation. This came on logically.in for a well-structured article on rural women fighting misinformation during COVID-19. Draws attention to much less covered aspects of the challenges faced during pandemic in India by women, especially in rural areas where the information asymmetry is more severe. Congratulations, Priyam Nayak. I remember receiving this award on the stage, and the claps mean a lot to each one of us. I think whoever is left here in the audience, kindly clap. Uske baad kuch chai piyenge, kuch khana khayenge. The award for web column in English is presented to Elisa Patnaik for a series of columns exploring various aspects of gender nuance reporting. OdishaBytes.com has in her unique and impressive style, introduces myriad issues that women face in their day-to-day life. She hooks the readers with personal anecdote and keeps them riveted to her powerful message. Elisa Patnaik, can you please come up on stage? Congratulations on receiving this award. The award for web feature in English is presented to Atreyi Dhar for climate shocked women in India targeted under a new two-child policy in climatetracker.org as she brings into focus the impact of floods that ravaged Assam and affected the access to healthcare facilities and contraception in submerged islands. Atreyi Dhar, congratulations. So the next award for the web blog in Hindi is presented to Soumya Jyotsna for क्यों पंडितायन होने के पहचान केवल एक पुरुष पुरोहित की पत्नी होने तक सीमित है. In Youth की आवाज, she questions the societal norm of looking at Panditayan purely as a wife of a priest. She is not here today. Let's move on to next award. Soumya Jyotsna, congratulations. The next award for web feature in Hindi is presented to Malbika Dhar for medical दुनिया में व्याप्त लैंगिक असमानता और पूर्वग्रह महिलाओं का कितना नुकसान कर रही है. I hope I said it right. In feminismindia.com. It's an exposition on impact of biases implicit within the medical fraternity. Congratulations, Malbika Dhar. And with this, we come to the end of the awards in this category. We have one jury appreciation citation.
Please ask Nandakari to give the handle to this person.
I request Lata Garu to come on stage. She's been the person behind these wonderful hampers. Meanwhile, I'll kind of read this citation, jury appreciation citation. The award for web jury appreciation citation in Hindi is presented to Malvika Dharegan for artificial intelligence की दुनिया भी महिलाओं को उसी पितृ सत्तात्मक नजरिए से देखती है. In feminismindia.com, as she touches upon very pertinent aspect of technology. The hamper that we've been giving our guests is sponsored by Cottage Wellness, an enterprise driven by Srimati Lata Bingarala and family to promote natural and organic products. So I request Lata Garu to present the memento and the hamper. Mr. Shakil Ahmed. Guys, thank you so much for your patience. We are celebrating our work, so I think at least we can have some patience. And I thank all the guests who are present here, sitting here patiently to give away the awards. For the last set of awards, let's move to the Western Region Print. To present this award, I request Mr. Amir Ali Khan Sahab to please join us on the dais. He needs no introduction. He's been instrumental in forming an alliance of... Introduction, as he has been instrumental in forming an alliance of 10 Urdu dailies for content. I also call upon stage amazing women, great social activists, writers, Satyavati ma'am and Sajja ma'am. Please come on stage to give away these last set of awards. I'm trying to look from here. I can't see, but I'm sure they're in the audience somewhere. Satyavati ma'am, where is she? Okay. They just stepped down. So, Mr. Amir Ali Khan Sahab, can you please come on the stage, sir?
Is there?
No, he's not there.
Yeah, there's one separate for Shahida.
I call upon stage Ms. Shahida Murtaza ma'am, who's been a great support for us in this event, and she's always been our support and always has a word of appreciation for whatever we do, which is like a shot in the arm. Thank you so much, ma'am. The award for print in English is presented to Nitasha Nathu and Mohua Das. And a beautiful name, I'm sorry I said it wrong. For no shelter for homeless women, for which each day is fraught with risks in the times of India. As I point out the numerous problems faced by homeless women inhabiting the streets of Mumbai. Nitasha and Mohua. Congratulations. The award for print feature in English is presented to Raksha Kumar. From death to depression, the pandemic has hit India's sex workers hard in the Hindu. She poignantly brings to the fore the struggles of all sections of sex workers, including the transgender sex workers, and the pandemic further pushed them to the margins of the societies they served. Congratulations, Raksha. The award for print news report in English is presented to Priyanka Sahu for Isolated Invisible. LGBTQ scientists talk about their experience at workplace in the Hindustan Times. In this significant piece that provides a peek into prejudices coloring the workplaces for LGBTQIA+ persons working in STEM. Congratulations. The award for print open in English is presented to Shalini Nair for the injustice system. Call it what is rape in the Indian Express. Unfortunately, she isn't there. Let's congratulations, Shalini. We move on to the next award. So we come back to the award for print column in Gujarati. It's presented to Maitreyi Dave For cover story in Nari Supplements, Sandesh for an absorbing article that explores a wide range of subjects impacting women's lives and the choices she makes. Congratulations, Maitri. These awards bring to the fore not just the many articles, but the amazing platforms as journalists we are getting to write these stories. The award for print feature in Gujarati is presented to Shailesh Naik. This, I'm sure I'll be saying it all wrong. Please excuse my Gujarati. Masannu kam sambhali lenera mahilaon ne himmat ne daat devi padi. In midday, as he captures the stories of several women across Gujarat who have pushed the boundaries and forayed into hitherto prohibited realm of cremating the deceased. Mr. Shailesh Naik, congratulations, sir. It's amazing to see the men, journalists who are taking this fight for gender disparity forward. The award for print column in Marathi is presented to Dr. Praveen Godeshwar for Arth Dunyachya Shiledar. This is in Delhi, Punyanagari, for the column that pencils the lives of women who have questioned the societal norm and blazed a trail in various fields at the national as well as international levels. Mr. Praveen Godeshwar. Congratulations, Mr. Praveen Godeshwar. The award for print and news report in Hindi is presented to Varun Bhatt for Khet Bech Kar Pita Ne Kiya Intizam in Banswara Patrika for effectively capturing the poignant defiance of Prabhulal and his wife to ensure that their 5 daughters were educated and future ready to live a life of dignity. An inspiring story by Varun Bhatt. Congratulations. The award for print article in Marathi. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is a. Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry for the miss. The award for print article in Marathi is presented to Dr. Shantanu Abhyankar for Ek Durlakshit Stree Swatantritya in Maharashtra Times for the lucid advocacy of preventive healthcare sites, and the article cites the examples of antenatal care to illustrate the fallouts of ignoring one's health, a practice very prevalent among women. Shantanu Abhyankar, Dr. Shantanu Abhyankar, congratulations. Dr. Ananya Abhyankar and Dr. Swapnil Joshi, I think, are here to receive the award on his behalf. Congratulations. So we move on to the web. The award for web article in English is presented to Namrata Zakaria for Bikini Bottoms, Catsuits, Hijabs, Unitards. Sportswear for women is a political quagmire in Times of India Plus. It's a compelling read on inherent biases in the rules made for women sportspersons. Congratulations, Namrata Zakaria, for this web article and the award. The award for web blog in English is presented to Rushikesh Patil for En Route India. Kasturbai resolves to continue fighting for her land. In IndiaJournal.in, as it journeys the tribal women farmers from Maharashtra as they travel to join the protests on Delhi borders. Congratulations, Rushikesh Patil. The award for web feature in English is presented to Shreya Raman and Geeta Devi for women farmers are losing jobs, earning savings even as agriculture booms on indiaspend.com as they examine the effects of reverse migration on existing sectoral disparities. Congratulations, Shreya and Geeta. think one of them has come here. The award for web blog in Hindi is presented to Preeti Agyat for Ek Chitti is Dunya Ki Har Ayesha Ke Naam. In Preeti Agyat.blogspot.com. It's a blog, web blog, a moving letter to Ahmedabad resident Ayesha who jumped off the bridge on Sabarmati to her death, points to deep-seated sense of male entitlement, apathy, and culture of impunity. Congratulations on this powerful piece, Preeti Agyat. Thank you so much. And I request the two wonderful ladies to stay on the stage for giving away the next set of awards. And after which we have the amazing Varsi brothers. So kindly be patient and be generous with your applause. Now we move on to the Western electronic category. It's a privilege to have you all here, and I hope the applause continues. By the way, the award for electronic radio in Gujarati is presented to Radio Nazariya 107.8 FM for Gujarat na Sthanik Shasan Ma Mahila ne Ane Satta no Pradhanidhitva. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Pradhanidhitva. That's a Sanskrit word. This is for an episode that focuses on state of women's participation in the politics of the state through a series of interviews with common people. May we have the AV, please? I'm so sorry, we didn't get it.
અમદાવાદ મ્યુનિસિપલ કોર્પોરેશનમાં મહિલાઓ માટે જે 50% રિઝર્વ સીટો છે, તો આ રિઝર્વેશન લાવવાનો મતલબ શું છે? તે કેમ લાવવામાં આવ્યું છે? તો તેની પાછળ શું કારણ છે? અને જે 73 અને 74 અમેન્ડમેન્ટ એક્ટ છે, તેની હિસ્ટ્રી શું રહી છે? તેના વિશે વાત કરીશું. અને
I would like to just make a quick request, and which probably some of you will kind of also pass on to your friends, colleagues. We have these amazing Varsi brothers. I'm dying to listen to them. They are the pride of Hyderabad. They're Kawals. And I hope you all stay back and listen to this amazing performance. And I know we are all tired after a long evening, but I can assure you one small Kawal from them and we'll forget all our worries. Kawali from them, sorry. So there. Now we have the next award for electronic special edition in Marathi to be presented to Sam TV for Savitri Gharoghari Jyoti Bacha Shodh Jari, as it delves deep into societal norms and questions the patriarchal mindset that thwart men from playing a supportive role in strengthening the status of women. May we have the AV, please?
आजच्या दिवशी सावित्रीबाईंचं स्मरण व्हायलाच हवं, पण जे ज्योतिबा सोबत होते म्हणून सावित्री घडली, त्या ज्योतिबांनाही आठवायला हवं. शिक्षणामुळे आज सावित्री घरोघरी पाहायला मिळतात, पण ज्योतिबा शोधायची गरज आहे.
Congratulations, Sam TV. The award for web issue-based program in English is presented to the In Perspective on English, the Swaddle YouTube channel, for a feature that talks of how society and media justify and normalize violence against women and girls who decide to make a choice in their relationships. Can we have the AV, please?
Drudgery-filled or oppressed women of the Zanana, that stereotype gets a bit of a knock when she visits the royal Zananas of Awadh. She's very uncomfortable with what she finds there, in the sense that the royal Zananas of Awadh had housed for many decades very politically powerful women. As wives and mothers of Nawabs, they were educated, they were well grounded in Shiite religious practices, they had enormous property. A number of them, like Badshah Begum, Hazrat Mahal, they were Noch girls who had entered the Nawab's harem.
So congratulations, and I'm going to read the rest of the awards. I think some of them have not been able to come. The award for web podcast in English is presented to Astha Atre and Ankit Vengulekar for How to Be a Man, Women Like in Spotify.com as they explore gendered roles as played out in most relationships and look at what it means to be a man that women like. May we have the AV, please? Astha and Ankit, congratulations.
And I wanted to understand, relationship was one area that I seemed to have failed in. And so I was like, I need to understand how this thing works. I need to understand women. I need to understand sexuality. I need to understand dating, like whatever that is.
That is one very important article feature. I'm so glad you've done that. The award for web feature in Gujarati is presented to Sagar Patel for Ambulance Chalavte Ye Mahila Jamne Khudne Transfer Che Parantu Adadi Ratre Dardioni De Seva Mate Nikri Pade Che. In BBC News Gujarati, let me just spell it out for you. He spotlights the inspirational service given by Geeta Bain to society during the pandemic. The cancer survivor ferried patients to hospitals and brought those who succumbed to crematoria in her ambulance without a worry for her health. May we have the AV, please?
હું એમ્બ્યુલન્સ ચલાવું છું અને કોરોનાના પેશન્ટો લઈને હું જતી હતી. મને પોતાને કેન્સર હતું. તે છતાંય હું કોરોનાના પેશન્ટો લઈને હું બધે એના સ્થળ સુધી મૂકી આવતી હતી અને મને એના લીધે કોઈ ડર લાગતો નહોતો. હું પેશન્ટોને લઈ જાઉં છું તે મારા પોતાના હોય છે એવી રીતના કરીને હું લઈ જાઉં છું અને હું પેશન્ટોને મારા હોસ્પિટલોમાં લઈ જાઉં, હોસ્પિટલો મૂકી આવું છું, એમને ઘર સુધી મૂકો ત્યાં મૂકી આવું છું જ્યાં મને કે મને કોઈ એનો ડર લાગતો નથી પેશન્ટ.
Congratulations. The award for web documentary in Hindi is presented to Shubham Karnik for the 15-year-old rapper Gully Girl Sania in the Indie Journal YouTube channel as his camera unobtrusively captures the various facets of Sania Mistri's life in the back lanes of Shivaji Nagar, Mankhur. Congratulations, Shubham. Can we have the AV, please?
बातों के जाल में बहुत फंसाते हैं, हाँ अपनी बातों में बहुत फंसाते हैं, हमारे लिए सही गलत जानना नहीं चाहते हैं. टेंशन तो और भी हाई हो जाती है जब हर कोई अपने हिसाब से नचाते हैं, अपने हिसाब से नचाते हैं, सही गलत जानना नहीं चाहते हैं, पर फिर भी लोग मुंबई को जादू नगरी कहते हैं. मेरा नाम सानिया मिस्त्री कयूमुद्दीन है. मैं शिवाजी नगर गोवंडी में रहती हूँ. मेरी उम्र 15 साल है और मैंने रैप स्टार्ट किया 8th क्लास से.
Congratulations, Shubham. The award for web documentary in Hindi is presented to agents of ishq.com for Sorry, Thank You, Tata, Bye Bye, Empower Men. Men, not age. Thank you. That's an amazing thing. I'm so sorry. There was an extra N here, so I just got confused. Amazing title. Agents of Ish.com satirical representation questions the decision-making powers of girls about their lives. Please come on stage. It exposes the double standards of sexual morality, consent versus compulsion norms, and objectification of women rampant in our society, and advocates for relationships based on equality and consensual intimacy. Congratulations for this award, agents of Ishq.com. Can I have the AV? I'm so sorry.
भोर कर शोर शोर चल टीवी पे बड़ी बत्तियां बड़ी जोर जोर हुई बोर बोर इग्नोर करे क्यों मेरी पतियां लाइफ हमारी नियम तुम्हारे बिन पूछे ही बन गए सारे जो मैं रखूं मांगे अपनी सॉरी थैंक यू टाटा बाय बाय.
That's lovely. That looks quite fun. Congratulations yet again. That's lovely. The award for web feature in Marathi is presented to Dipali Ramesh Jagtap for Mumbai lockdown online education mule footpath वर राहणाऱ्या अस्माचे शिक्षण आणि स्वप्न अधुरे राहिले. In BBC News Marathi on YouTube. channel. Deepali Jagta poignantly captures the aspirations of Mumbai footpath dweller Asma Sheikh, effectively underscoring the importance of online education in democratizing the space and opening a window of hope for millions of girls. Can we have the AV, please?
अस्माचं आयुष्यही फुटपाथवरच सुरू झालं. दिवसापुरती कमाई करायची आणि त्यातूनच रांधायचं. अस्माचे आजोबा आई वडील शिकले नाहीत, पण आता अस्मा शिकतेय. आपल्या स्वप्नासाठी ती शिकतेय.
मैं ग्रेजुएशन तक पढ़ूंगी और उसके आगे मैं इतने पढ़ के सोचूंगी क्या मेरे को आगे बनना क्या, पर मैं इतना पढ़ूंगी क्या घर तो ले ही लूंगी खुद का, मेरे माँ बाप को यहाँ से दूर लेके जाऊंगी.
Well, that's amazing. That's a great perspective. Deepali Jagta, congratulations. The award for Web Social Media Campaign in Marathi. The award for Web Social Media Campaign in Marathi is presented to Namrata Bingarde for series on menstrual cup in facebook.com. Namrata shares her lived experiences as a menstrual cup user in this campaign to dismantle commonly held beliefs about it. She also, through her anecdotes, clears several taboos. Congratulations, Namrata. Can we have you on stage? Can we have the AV, please?
मला अनेक लोकांनी विचारलं की आम्हाला कप घ्यायचा आहे, आम्ही सुद्धा या पॅड्सना वगैरे कंटाळलो आहोत, त्या रॅशेसना कंटाळलो आहोत, तर कोणत्या साईजचा कप निवडायचा. तर त्याचं तुम्ही जर युट्यूबवरती किंवा त्याच्या अनुषंगाने जे काही लेख इंग्लिशमध्ये इंटरनेटवरती आहेत, तर त्याच्यावरती असं एक प्रामुख्याने सांगितलेलं आहे की आपण तो कप बेसिकली आपल्या सर्विक्स मध्येच ठेवतो, म्हणजे जिकडनं ते रक्त त्या कप मध्ये साठतं. मी दाखवते, हा माझ्याकडे माझा कप आहे.
Congratulations. And with this, we come to the end of all our awards. Our heartiest congratulations to all the awardees. More power to such incredible stories and storytellers. And we wish to see more such path-breaking stories from each region that focuses not only on some pressing issues, but also emphasizes on seeing it from the gender lens. Thank you so much for the patience. Picture abhi baki hai, ya jaise maine kaha, khawali abhi baki hai. Please welcome the renowned Warsi brothers, Nasir Ahmad Khan Warsi, Nasir Ahmad Khan Warsi.
Mayank for Mayank jury appreciation.
Okay, one second. Can we welcome the Warsi brothers to come along with their team and set the stage for the amazing evening that's ahead. Meanwhile, there is one citation we want to give.
Only the first part, just this much only.
So we have just left out a very important citation for Mayank Jain and Nikita Jain. This is a jury appreciation citation for their print article in English, Lockdown versus Menstrual Hygiene for Girls in Delhi Slums in the Patriot, for a report on fallout of the lockdown on access to safe menstruation. Mayank Jain and Nikita Jain, can I invite you onto the stage? They travel through the many Delhi slums to unearth the havoc wrought on menstrual hygiene by pandemic. They interview young menstruating girls as they speak of lack of awareness and proper access to sanitary napkins and safe toilets to illustrate the impact of pandemic. I invite up on the stage Vanaja, the award-winning journalist. She's not there, the left. So as we wait for them to come and take their citations, we also ask the audience to be patient. It takes 5 minutes to set this up, and after that you will be in for a treat. The pride of Hyderabad, Varsi brothers.
हेलो 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 हमिंग आ रही हेलो 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 ओके हेलो हेलो अपनी सब बनाई के मैं तो पी के पास गई अपनी छब बनाई के मैं तो पी के पास गई जब छब देखी पीहू की मैं तो अपनी भूल गई नैना मिला के मुझसे नैना मिला नैना मिला के मुझसे नैना मिला नैना मिला के मुझसे नैना मिला हाँ नैना मिला के मुझसे नैना मिला नैना मिला के मुझसे नैना मिला छाप तिलक सब चीनी रे मुझसे नैना मिला के छाप तिलक सब चीनी रे मुझसे नैना मिला के छाप तिलक सब चीनी रे मुझसे नैना मिला के छाप तिलक सब चीनी अरे मुझसे नैना हमारी दुनिया बदल के रख दी, हमारी दुनिया बदल के रख दी, नजर का मिलना हुआ बहाना। हमारी दुनिया बदल के रख दी, नजर का मिलना हुआ बहाना। उधर निगाहें मिली किसी से और इधर ये दिल बन गया निशाना। नैना मिला के मुझसे, 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 नैना मिला के। लाखों माशूक नजर आए सरापा जादू, लाखों माशूक नजर आए सरापा जादू। ऐसे ऐसे के जिन्हें याद थे सदहा जादू, ऐसे ऐसे के जिन्हें याद थे सदहा जादू। ना चला कुछ न चला मुझ पे किसी का जादू, ना चला कुछ न चला मुझ पे किसी का जादू। तेरी आंखों ने खुदा जान किया क्या जादू। नैना मिला के, नैना मिला के मुझसे, 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 नैना मिला के मुझसे। हाँ, खुसरो दरिया प्रेम का सो उल्टी वाकी धार, खुसरो दरिया प्रेम का सो उल्टी वाकी धार। जो उभरा सो डूब गया, अरे जो डूबा हुआ पार। मुझसे नैना मिला के मुझसे, 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 नैना मिला के मुझसे। कागा सब तन खाइयो सो चुन चुन गइयो मास। कागा सब तन खाइयो सो चुन चुन खाइयो मास। दो नैना मत खाइयो मोहे पिया मिलन की आस। नैना मिला के मुझसे, नैना मिला के मुझसे, नैना मिला के मुझसे, नैना मिला के मुझसे, नैना मिला के सेना चला के, नैना मिला के सेना चला के, नैना मिला के सेना चला के। बात अघम कह दी रे मुझसे, नैना मिला के। बात अघम कह दी रे मुझसे, नैना मिला के। हाँ हाँ, बात अघम कह दी रे मुझसे, नैना मिला के। बात अघम कह दी रे मुझसे, नैना मिला के। हाँ, बल बल जाऊं मैं तोरे रंग रजवा, बल बल जाऊं मैं तोरे रंग रजवा, बल बल जाऊं। अरे मैं तोरे रंग रजवा, बल बल जाऊं तोरे रंग रजवा, बल बल जाऊं मैं तोरे रंग रजवा, बल बल जाऊं। आहे मैं तोरे रंग रजवा, 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 मैं तोरे बल बल जाऊं मैं तोरे रंग रजवा। अपनी सी रंग दी नीरे मुझसे नैना मिला के। अपनी सी रंग दी नीरे मुझसे नैना मिला के। हाँ, अपनी सी रंग दी नीरे मुझसे नैना मिला के। अपनी सी रंग दी नीरे मुझसे नैना मिला। अपनी सी रंग दी मुझसे नैना मिला के। बहुत अच्छे। शेर तो सुन लीजिए पहले, उससे पहले बाबा। अपनी सी रंग दी मुझसे नैना मिला के, मैं, अब बोलो, मैं नहीं कहता कि ऐसा रंग दे, तेरी मर्जी पर हो जैसा रंग दे, पर ऐसे वैसे रंग का कायल नहीं हरगिज हूं मैं, ऐसे वैसे रंग का कायल नहीं हरगिज हूं मैं, जिसमें कुछ तेरी झलक हो मुझको वैसा रंग दे, अपनी सी रंग दी मुझे अपनी सी रंग दी मुझे अपनी सी रंग खुसरो रैन सुहाग की सो जागी पी के संग, खुसरो रैन सुहाग की सो जागी पी के संग, तन मोरा मन पीहू का सो दोनों एक ही रंग, अपनी सी रंग दी उसे नैना मिला के, अपनी सी रंग दी उसे नैना 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 दी। नैना 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 अपनी सी रंग दी मुझसे नैना मिला के, जो मुझे देखता है अपनी सी रंग दी, जो मुझे देखता है नाम तेरा लेता है, जो मुझे देखता है नाम तेरा लेता है, मैं तो खामोश हूँ निस्बत मेरी खामोश नहीं, अपनी सी रंग साजन हम तुम एक हैं सो देखन को है दो, साजन हम तुम एक हैं सो देखन को है दो, मन से मन को तोलिए अब तो मन कभू न होए, अपनी सी रंग दी मुझसे नैना मिला के, तुम में हम गुम हो गए, हम में तुम और तुम में हम गुम हो गए, होते होते एक हम तुम हो गए, अपनी सी रंग दी मुझसे नैना मिला के, अपनी सी रंग दी मुझसे नैना मिला, प्रेम भटी का मदवा पिला के, प्रेम भटी का मदवा पिला के, प्रेम भटी का मदवा पिला के, प्रेम मदवा पिला के, प्रेम भटी का मदवा पिला के, प्रेम भटी प्रेम भटी का मदवा पिला के, मतवारी मतवारी कर दी रे हुस्न ना मिला के मतवारी कर दी रे हुस्न ना मिला मतवारी कर दी रे हुस्न ना मिला मतवारी कर दी रे हुस्न ना मिला प्रेम भक्ति का मदवा पिला के प्रेम भक्ति का मदवा पिला के मदवा पिला के मोहे मदवा पिला के मोहे मदवा पिला के मोहे मदवा पिला के मोहे मदवा पिला मोहे मदवा पिला के मोहे मदवा पिला के मदवा पिला के मोहे मदवा हाँ हाँ मोहे मदवा प्रेम भटिका प्रेम भटिका प्रेम भटिका पेला के मोहे मदवा पेला के पेला के मोहे मदवा पेला के मोहे मदवा पेला के मोहे प्रेम भटिका मदवा पिला के सोच कर आए मेरी राह में आने वाले क्योंकि उनके जलवे हैं यहाँ होश उड़ाने वाले शिद्दते जलवागरी में न छुपा मुंह अपना शिद्दते जलवागरी में न छुपा मुंह अपना बेहिजाबी को खुद एक पर्दा बनाने वाले तेरे कुर्बान हिजाबात में आने वाले अरे ये तो पर्दे हैं तुझे सामने लाने वाले कामिल ऐसे तो बहुत कम नजर आए साकी कामिल ऐसे तो बहुत कम नजर आए साकी सब कहाँ होते हैं आंखों से पिलाने वाले मतवारी कर दे अपने माथे पे ये बिंदिया को सजा रहने दो ये खास तौर से डोली ठाकुर जी के लिए है आपको देख के याद आ गया शेर भाई को अपने माथे पे ये बिंदिया को सजा रहने दो ये सितारा मुझे मंजिल का पता देता है ये सितारा मुझे मंजिल का पता देता है इश्क गर एक तरफ हो तो सजा देता है इश्क गर एक तरफ हो तो सजा देता है इश्क गर दोनों तरफ हो तो मजा देता है इश्क गर दोनों तरफ हो तो मजा देता है मैं किसी जाम का मोहताज नहीं हूँ हसरत मैं किसी जाम का मोहताज नहीं हूँ हसरत मेरा साकी मुझे आंखों से पिला देता है मतवारी आंखों से पिला देता है मतवारी करती मेरे सा 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 नी दानी रे सा सा मेरे का मामा गरे गरे सा
सपमा रे मदानी दानी जरा 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 दानी जरा
मतवारी मतवारी कर दी मुझसे नैना मिला के तुमने तुमने मैं खाना निगाहों में छुपा रखा है तुमने मैं खाना निगाहों में छुपा रखा है होश वालों को भी दीवाना बना रखा है होश वालों को भी दीवाना बना रखा है उसको जब देखिए उसको जब देखिए मस्त मखमूर नजर आता है उसको जब देखिए मस्त मखमूर नजर आता है जाने क्या आपने साजिद को पिला रखा है मतवारी करती मतवारी कर दी नैन मिला के मतवारी कर दी मेरे मुँह से नैना मिला के मतवारी कर दी मेरे मुँह से नैना मिला के मतवारी अब किसी दौर से काबू में नहीं आने का अब किसी तौर से काबू में नहीं आने का ये दुनिया देखेगी तमाशा तेरे दीवाने का दुनिया देखेगी तमाशा तेरे दीवाने का मेरे साकी ये तमाशा तेरे मैं खाने का मेरे साकी ये तमाशा तेरे मैं खाने का सारी महफिल को नशा एक ही पैमाने का मतवारी करती नो मगरे रे गा मर गा मर गर धनि धरे सा धनि दे सा धनि दे सा धनि दे सा मतवारी करती मेरे होश हल्क देखेगी तमाशा तेरे दीवाने का, दुनिया देखेगी तमाशा तेरे दीवाने का, दीवाने की। बेटा ओवर मत करो, होने के बाद ही तारीफ करो। एक अल्फाज पे आप तारीफ कर रहे हैं, मैं फिर राहत इंदौरी साहब के शेर बोलना शुरू कर दूंगा। इतनी जोर से मत तारीफ करो, अगर अल्लाह ने जरा सी तारीफ कर दी, बुला लिया तो क्या होगा। हल्क देखेगी तमाशा तेरे दीवाने का, दीवाने की नजरों को जहां देख रहा है। अब करो, हाँ कंप्लीट होने के बाद। दीवाने की नजरों को ये जहां देख रहा है, और दीवाना खुदा जाने कहां देख रहा है। कहा एक शख्स ने मजनू तुझे अल्लाह बुलाता है, और कहा मजनू ने क्या वो देखना मुझको ही चाहता है। कहा मजनू ने क्या वो देखना मुझको ही चाहता है। भला ये कैस मजनू दीवाना खुदा के पास क्यों जाए। भला ये मजनू दीवाना खुदा के पास क्यों जाए। खुदा को गर जरूरत है तो लैला बन के आ जाए। मतवारी करती मेरे मुँह से लैला मिला के, मतवारी करती मेरे मुँह से लैला मिला के, मतवारी करती मेरे मुँह से पगरे गर पानी सागरे गा पानी पानी सागरे सा धरनी धनी पगरे गरे गा पानी नी 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 पानी सागरे धरनी धनी पानी दादा पानी दादा पानी दा मतवारी करती नीरे होशे राम मिला के हाँ हरी हरी चुरिया गोरी गोरी भैया, हरी हरी चुरिया गोरी गोरी भैया, आहे गोरी गोरी भैया, हरी हरी गोरी गोरी भैया, हरी हरी चुरिया गोरी गोरी भैया, हरी हरी चुरिया भैया, हरी हरी चुरिया, हरी हरी चुरिया गोरी गोरी भैया, भैया पकड़ हर ली नीरे मुझसे नैना मिला के, भैया पकड़ हर ली नीरे मुझसे नैना मिला के, ओ भैया पकड़ हर ली नीरे मुझसे नैना मिला के, हरी हरी चुरिया गोरी गोरी भैया, हरी हरी चुरिया गोरी गोरी भैया, हरी हरी चुरिया गोरी गोरी भैया, वाकी 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 गोरी गोरी भैया। ये हजरत अमीर खुसरो अपने पीर के लिए, अपने गुरु के लिए कह रहे हैं ये कलाम में। समाज फरमाइए कि हरी हरी चुरियां गोरी गोरी भैया, जचता मेरी नजर में कोई नाजनी नहीं, जचता मेरी नजर में कोई नाजनी नहीं, क्योंकि जब से वो दिल नशी है कोई दिल नशी नहीं। जब से वो दिल नशी हैं कोई दिल नशी नहीं, पीरे मुगा भी मुझको नसीबे से मिल गया, पीरे मुगा भी मुझको नसीबे से मिल गया, और मैंने जो पी शराब वो मिलती कहीं नहीं। ऐसा हसीन कोई खुदा की कसम नहीं, ऐसा हसीन कोई खुदा की कसम नहीं, जैसा मेरा सनम है किसी का सनम नहीं। हरी हरी चूड़िया गोरी गोरी भैया, 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 हरी हरी चूड़िया। तुमसे अच्छा कौन है, दिल लो जिगर लो जान लो, तुमसे अच्छा कौन है, दिल लो जिगर लो जान लो, सब तुम्हारे वास्ते है, धर्म लो ईमान लो, सब तुम्हारे वास्ते है, धर्म लो ईमान लो, लेकिन इतनी शर्त है, कहना मेरा तुम मान लो, लेकिन इतनी शर्त है, कहना मेरा तुम मान लो, मैं हूँ दीवाना तुम्हारा, लो मुझे पहचान लो। हरी हरी चूड़िया गोरी गोरी भैया, 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 हरी हरी चूड़िया गोरी गोरी भैया। बहुत खूबसूरत है मेरा सनम, बहुत खूबसूरत है मेरा सनम, खुदा ऐसे मुखड़े बनाता है कम। हरी हरी चूड़िया गोरी गोरी भैया, हरी हरी चूड़िया गोरी गोरी भैया, भैया पकड़ हर ली रे हो से नैना मिला के, भैया पकड़ हर ली रे हो से नैना मिला के, भैया पकड़ हर ली रे हो से नैना। आप तो सैया बने मनमोहन, 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 आप तो सैया बने मनमोहन, 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 आप तो सैया बने मनमोहन। मन के मंदिर में बिठाकर मैं तेरी पूजा करूं, मन के मंदिर में बिठाकर मैं तेरी पूजा करूं, तू मुझे देखे न देखे पर मैं तुझे देखा करूं। ए सैया बने मनमोहन, 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 सैया बने मनमोहन। अजल से तेरे संग ये बंधन हुआ है, अजल से तेरे संग ये बंधन हुआ है, मैं जोगन हूँ तेरी तू मेरा पिया है, मैं जोगन हूँ तेरी और तू मेरा पिया है। तुझे क्यों न पूजूं, तुझे क्यों न चाहूं, तुझे क्यों न पूजूं, तुझे क्यों न चाहूं। मेरे मन के मंदिर का तू देवता है सैया, बने मन मोहन 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 सैया, बने। आप तो सैया बने मन मोहन, मोहे बेदम कर दी धीरे मुझसे लैला मिला के, मोहे बेदम कर दी धीरे मुझसे लैला मिला के, वो मोहे बेदम कर दी धीरे मुझसे लैला मिला के। खुसरो निजाम के बल बल जाइए, खुसरो निजाम के बल बल जाइए, खुसरो निजाम के बल बल जाइए, खुसरो निजाम 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 के बल बल जाइए, 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 अरे बल बल जाइए वाके, बल बल जाइए, बल जाइए वाके, बल बल जाइए, बल बल जाइए वाके, बल बल जाइए। खुसरो निजाम के, खुसरो निजाम के बल बल जाइए, मोहे सुहागन की नीरे मुझसे लैला के, मोहे सुहागन की नीरे मुझसे लैला मिला के, मोहे सुहागन की नीरे मुझसे लैला मिला के, हाँ लैला मिला के, मुझसे लैला मिला के, लैला मिला के, मुझसे लैला मिला के, लैला मिला के, मुझसे मस्त कलंदर। अच्छा वो तो एंड में कर देंगे मस्त कलंदर। एक और है, कब तक मेरे मौला, उसके बाद मस्त कलंदर। फरियाद फुगानो आहोजारी कब तक, रूदाद सुनेगा तू हमारी कब तक, कब चश्मे करम, कब चश्मे करम उठेगी मेरी जानिब, आएगी मेरे मौला मेरी बारी कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला, मौला कब तक मेरे मौला, मौला कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला, मेरे मौला कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला। एक हर्फ तमन्ना हूँ, एक हर्फ तमन्ना हूँ, बड़ी देर से चुप हूँ, एक हर्फ तमन्ना हूँ, बड़ी देर से चुप हूँ, कब तक मेरे मौला, मौला कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला, मेरे मौला। ऐ दिल के मकी देखिए दिल टूट ना जाए, ऐ दिल के ये दिल टूट ना जाए। रे कासा मेरे हाथों से कहीं छूट ना जाए। कासा मेरे हाथों से कहीं छूट ना जाए। कासा मेरे हाथों से कहीं छूट ना जाए। मैं आस का बंदा हूँ, मैं आस का बंदा हूँ, बड़ी देर से चुप हूँ। कब तक मेरे मौला, मौला कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला। ऐ दस्ते तलब क्यों तेरी बारी नहीं आई। ऐ दस्ते तलब क्यों तेरी बारी नहीं आई। ऐ दस्ते तलब क्यों तेरी बारी नहीं आई। कहना मेरे आका की सवारी नहीं आई। कहना मेरे आका की सवारी नहीं आई। कहना मेरे आका की सवारी नहीं आई। तस्वीरों तमाशा, तस्वीरों तमाशा हूँ, बड़ी देर से चुप हूँ। कब तक मेरे मौला, मौला कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला। सरता बकदम अपने मुरादों को संभाले। सरता बकदम अपनी मुरादों को संभाले। जाते हुए तकते हैं मुझे काफिले वाले। जाते हुए तकते हैं मुझे काफिले वाले। मैं लाले सहरा हूँ, मैं लाले सहरा हूँ, बड़ी देर से चुप हूँ। कब तक मेरे मौला, मौला कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला, मौला कब तक मेरे मौला। ये अश्क कहाँ जाएंगे दामन मुझे दे दे। ये अश्क कहाँ जाएंगे दामन मुझे दे दे। ऐ बादे बहारी मेरा गुलशन मुझे दे दे। ऐ बादे बहारी मेरा गुलशन मुझे दे दे। मैं शाख से टूटा हूँ, मैं शाख से टूटा हूँ, बड़ी देर से चुप हूँ। कब तक मेरे मौला, मौला कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला। मैं शाख से टूटा हूँ, मैं शाख से टूटा हूँ, बड़ी देर से चुप हूँ। कब तक मेरे मौला, मौला कब तक मेरे। मुमकिन नहीं ये आँख तेरी दीद को तरसे। मुमकिन नहीं ये आँख तेरी दीद को तरसे। हर रंग में देखूं तुझे दीवार से तरसे। मौला हर रंग में देखूं तुझे दीवार से तरसे। हर रंग में देखूं तुझे दीवार से तरसे। मैं तो तेरा रस्ता हूँ, मैं तो तेरा रस्ता हूँ, बड़ी देर से चुप हूँ। मैं तो तेरा रस्ता हूँ, बड़ी देर से चुप हूँ। कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला, कब तक मेरे मौला। कब तक मौला हे मौला कब तक मेरे मौला मेरे मौला ऐ काशिफे असरारे निहानी तेरे सदके ऐ काशिफे असरारे निहानी तेरे सदके काशिफे असरारे निहानी छुपे हुए राजों को जानने वाला वो सब जानता है जो छुपे हुए हैं जो जाहिर है सब जानता है ऐ काशिफे असरारे निहानी तेरे सदके ऐ काशिफे असरारे निहानी तेरे सदके अब शाज को दे हुक्म रवानी तेरे सदके अब शाज को दे हुक्म रवानी तेरे सदके अब शाज को दे हुक्म रवानी तेरे सदके ठहरा हुआ दरिया हूँ ठहरा हुआ दरिया हूँ ठहरा हुआ दरिया हूँ बड़ी देर से छुपू कब तक मेरे मौला मौला कब तक मेरे मौला कब तक मेरे मौला 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 मौला लाली संजय भैया जरा ये बहुत माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छा सेट करे आप थोड़ा सा तबले का बेस का थोड़ा बढ़ाओ बेस नहीं बढ़ाओ थोड़ा वॉल्यूम बढ़ाओ ओ लाली मोरे लाल की सोचती देखूं उतना ओ लाली मोरे लाल की सोचती देखूं उतना लाली में गल में गई सो मैं भी हो गई लाल हो लाल मोरी पति रखियो भला झूले लाल हो लाल मोरी पति रखियो भला झूले लाल हो लाल मोरी पति रखियो भला झूले लाल मोरी पति रखियो भला झूले लाल सदड़ीदा सेवणदा सफी शाबाश कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दम दम दे अंदर अली का पहला नंबर दम दम दे अंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दम दम दे अंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दम दम दे अंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दम दम दे अंदर मस्त कलंदर मस्त कलंदर मस्त कलंदर मस्त दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दम दम दे अंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दम दम दे अंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दम दम दे अंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली जो मैं वेखा अपने हवल्ले कुछ नहीं मेरे पल्ले जो मैं वेखा अपने हवल्ले कुछ नहीं मेरे पल्ले जो मैं देखा अपने हवल्ले कुछ नहीं मेरे पल्ले जो मैं देखा अपने हवल्ले कुछ नहीं मेरे पल्ले जो मैं देखा तेरी रहमत बल्ले मजनू नूरल आशिक कहंदे, मजनू नूरल आशिक कहंदे वे तेरी लैला रंग दी काली। जो सच्चे इश्क के दुश्मन लोग हैं वो लोग कह रहे हैं मजनू से कि तेरी लैला का जो रंग है, कलर है, वो ब्लैक है, काला है, और लैला काली थी। मजनू नूरल आशिक कहंदे वे तेरी लैला रंग दी काली। दिता जवाब मियां मजनू तेरी अख नहीं देखण वाली। दिता जवाब मियां मजनू तेरी अख नहीं देखने वाली। हाँ, देखने वाली, देखण वाली। कुरान शरीफ हो, बाइबल हो, गीता हो, उस पे सब पे जो राइटिंग होती है, लिखते हैं, वो ब्लैक इंक से लिखते हैं। ब्लैक इंक, स्याही, ब्लैक स्याही। तो कुरान शरीफ दे वर्क दे चिट्टे ते उत्थे लिखी हुई स्याही काली। अरे वे भुलिया जिथे दिल अड़िया फिर की गोरी की काली। दबादम मस्त कलंदर अलीदम के अंदर, 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 मस्त कलंदर अलीदम के अंदर। वो पीरा वे मेरा पीर सब दवली, पीरा वे मेरा पीर सब दवली। लक़ब असदुल्ला के नाम अली, लक़ब असदुल्ला के नाम अली। नामे अली बेड़ा पार लगा, बेड़ा पार मेरे मौला बेड़ा पार, अली मौला बेड़ा पार मेरे मौला बेड़ा पार, अली मौला बेड़ा पार मेरे मौला बेड़ा पार। लगा झूलेलाल सगड़ीदा सेवड़दा सती शाबाश मैं दुखियारी मर्दी जावा, मैं दुखियारी मर्दी जावा। कर्म करो ते करती जावा, कर्म करो ते करती जावा। अरे कोई नहीं मेरा तेरे सिवा झूलेलाल, कोई नहीं मेरा तेरे सिवा झूलेलाल, कोई नहीं मेरा तेरे सिवा झूलेलाल। सगड़ीदा सेवड़दा सती शाबाश शाहे नजफ ने तोहे अंग लगाया, शाहे नजफ ने तोहे अंग लगाया। शाहे नजफ ने तोहे अंग लगाया, मुश्किल कुशाई वाला रंग लगाया, मुश्किल कुशाई वाला रंग लगाया। नामे अली सोए भाग जगा, सोए भाग मेरे मौला सोए भाग, अली मौला सोए भाग मेरे मौला सोए भाग, अली मौला सोए भाग मेरे मौला सोए भाग। जगा झूलेलाल सगड़ीदा सेवड़दा सती शाबाश दमादम मस्त कलंदर अलीदम के अंदर, अली का पहला नंबर अलीदम के अंदर, अली का पहला नंबर। दमादम मस्त कलंदर अलीदम के अंदर। धनन धनन कोरी नौबत बाजे, धनन धनन कोरी नौबत बाजे, नौबत नौबत बाजे तोरी नौबत बाजे देखिए पूरे इंडिया के जितने स्टेट्स हैं, महाराष्ट्र का अभी बजाया था इन्होंने, पंजाब का, गुजरात का, सबका थोड़ा थोड़ा बजाएंगे। फन देखिए आप इन लोगों का। पंजाबी पंजाबी राजस्थान बंगाल आंध्रा हैदराबाद का मरफा दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दम दम दे अंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर 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 लाल मोरी बात लगियो
That was scintillating. हम सब आपका कव्वाली सुन के मस्त कलंदर हो गए. दिल से आपका शुक्रिया. Thank you so much for waiting and thank you so much for such a great performance. As usual, it's amazing always to hear you. May I request Dr. Sharda to present a token of appreciation to RC Brothers? Sharda ma'am, can you please come up on stage? Yeah. बहुत मजा आ गया. Please, whoever is in the auditorium, can you please give a huge round of applause to RC Brothers and team. It is an amazing end to a great evening. Mr. Rizwan Ahmed.
Just to pay the thanks, my team, this broadcasting Instructional Media Center, Media Center of MANUU. Just they have. Sorry, I got you.
I will get it.
Meanwhile, can we have a scroll of thanks? Puja? Can we have a digital scroll of thanks by population first? And I'd also like to thank the amazing technical team, the camera, the audio team from the Media Center MANUU. They've been brilliant. And thank you so much for being such amazing support for all of us. No glitch, not anything that went wrong from your end. Thank you so much. So can we all wait for the national anthem? Just another one small. Yes, yeah.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे